We are live now from Garden Grove High School Monsoor Stadium. Los Amigos taking on Western Christian here. Los Amigos 4-0, looking and hoping to go 5-0. Let's take a look a little bit closer at these two teams we'll be seeing here today. Western Christian, the Fighting Lancers. I didn't think Lancers did anything but fight, but hey, mascots, naming conventions, not my deal. Branding a little bit, so I don't know if I would have called them the Fighting Lancers. Kind of assume they fight already. You wouldn't call boxers fighting boxers, but I harp on just in jest. I'm kidding. Led by head coach Donald Martin. They're in the Mesquite League out there in the Inland Empire. Last year, they did not go. See, there's always something wrong on the. They 10 yet, yeah, not at week 10. They went 2-3. In league, actually, they did go 7-5. I'm sorry, they did go 7-5 because they made a little run in the playoffs. They finished in 4th place there in the Mesquite League, but made the playoffs. Of course, the new playoff format. Teams who you might not expect to do something tend to go out there and make some noise. So that is the right record. They've had 2 league titles since 2001 that I could see. Back in 2013, their last playoff appearance, of course, last year. Now, I couldn't find this information, but I'm sure this is accurate. No CIF title game appearances, no championships. Now, for your Los Amigos Lobos, we got head coach Malo Guess, who has done a great job here at the helm of the Lobos since, I believe, 2022. Right, Dave?
Yes.
Okay, so here we go. Last year in the Garden Grove League, 7-5. Same record as Western Christian, but a little bit better league record as they went 4-1 and shared league with Rancho Alamitos.
The Garden Grove League going crazy, yeah.
There we go. And, of course, so here we go. Here's the typo. They have 9 league titles. Their last one in 2023, not 2003, although they did win one in 2003. Coach Maputuatu, senior quarterback on that team. Always got to give him a shout-out. That's the man right there. Of course, their last playoff appearance, 2023. One CIF title game appearance way back in 1983. A big loss, I believe, 35-0 to Mission Viejo. Moving on, let's take a look at how these teams have fared so far this season and take a look at their schedule. And actually, before I move on, I don't want to go on without mentioning that helping us today, substituting for Kaylin and Vincent, Steven Estevez, baseball player for Los Amigos over here on graphics, and Yvonne Gonzalez, softball player and flag football player over here on our left doing the camera, and they're both going to do a fantastic job. I have all the faith in the world in both of them. All right, so here we go. The Western Christian Fighting Lancers, they are 2-1 so far on the young season, only playing a 9-game schedule there, Dave. They lost in week 1 to Arlington 28-0. They beat Notre Dame, probably of Riverside, 47-6. And last week, victory over Calvary Chapel. Now that means something there, right? That means something there.
Calvary Chapel in the same Sigma League that we have Los Amigos and Rancho Alamitos playing in as well.
There we go. Of course, tonight, Western Christian here at Los Amigos. Then they go to Big Bear, and hopefully they don't run into any out there. Then they play, it's actually Maranatha. Then they're at Whittier Christian, at Arrowhead Christian, and then Linfield Christian. Now, for the Lobos, we mentioned they're 4-0, looking to go 5-0. You heard the stream, didn't see it, but you heard it here. Week 1 against Santiago, a big victory, 45-7. Followed that up with another huge victory, 46-0 over Silver Valley. Followed that one up with a victory over University. They avenged a loss to University from last year, and they won big against Nogales last week, 52-14. You heard the updates on our stream. Ocean View in Bolsa. And we'll get to that in a little bit. And, of course, here tonight against Western Christian. Next week, they start league play, Sigma League play, the first Sigma League game of the year at Ocean View. They follow that up with hopefully what is going to be probably the game of the year for us. And hopefully Rancho comes into that game undefeated, Los Amigos comes into that game undefeated, and it is going to be bananas. Then they follow that up with a game against Estancia, travel to Santa Ana Valley, and finish against that Calvary Chapel team that Western Christian played last week. Now, let's go ahead and see what else is going on in the district tonight. And actually, nothing else tonight. Nothing else in the county tonight.
Nothing.
This is it. This is the game. So tell people, if they want to watch football, they can't go anywhere else. You got to be here watching it live. Share the stream. Tell everyone we've got football here on Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics. High school football. Forgot to introduce myself, David Mora. District Athletic Director Dave Mameli.
Yeah, we are literally the only game in town tonight. Again, as David Mora mentioned, there is no other football games being played tonight in Orange County. Quite a fortuitous event. So if you have somebody that that is not at a football game now, have them tune in.
There we go. Now, tomorrow we got a good slate of games. La Quinta visiting Compton Early College Academy. Gabrielino here against Santiago. We're going to have that game live, so tune in. Feel free, if you're watching for Los Amigos, you can scout Santiago, see what they're... Actually, no, don't tune in. I'm still in Garden Grove League mode. Watch them, see if they improve from week 1.
You can tune in if you are, La Quinta people or...
They're Bolsa people.
Bolsa, yeah.
Yeah, especially if you're Bolsa, because you're playing on Saturday at Channel Islands at 2 o'clock.
2 p.m.
Gotta be rough. Rancho hosting Corona at Bolsa Stadium. Interesting thing about all of our games this week, Dave, Cal Preps has predicted victories for all of our schools.
Yeah, we've had a great year so far with our GGUSD schools. Again, we will mention this multiple times throughout the broadcast tonight, but one of our schools tonight, Los Amigos, is undefeated. Another one in La Quinta is undefeated. And then, as we've mentioned already, Rancho Alamitos. So I don't know the last time that we've been this deep into the season and have 3 of our teams undefeated, but certainly a good year for GGUSD football.
And hopefully that'll last a few more weeks to go. So now let's go ahead and see what happened last week. We got Los Amigos, again mentioned, a big victory over Nogales, 52-14. Ocean View taking care of Bolsa on our stream last week, 30-6. They put a blemish on our record there, but it's okay. University took care of Garden Grove, 24-21. Another close loss for Garden Grove. It's got to be tough getting that close each game.
They just got to fight through that. Again, they've had a number of close losses here this year. Again, at some point this year, we have no doubt that they're going to turn that corner, but another close loss for the Argonauts.
Well, let's get to the victories here. Rancho victorious over Godinez, 37-3. La Quinta victorious over Glen, 32-12. And Pacifica with a huge win over Walnut, 52-0. And unfortunately, Santiago taking one on the chin there against Estancia, 38-0.
Yeah, Pacifica starting to get healthy now. You can see that reflected in that score, 52-0. Certainly surprising to me that they had that big of a margin in their victory. But like I said, they are getting healthy now, and they are certainly going to be a scary team in their league.
Well, since we're already far enough into the season, let's go ahead and take a look at these Cal Preps rankings that now mean the world in high school football here in Orange County. Makes everything go. Very surprising, Dave, to see Pacifica, Los Amigos, and Rancho all ahead of Garden Grove. You probably have to go about 10, maybe 15 years before you saw that many schools ahead of Garden Grove in the Cal Preps rankings.
Well, and again, that's where we've mentioned this before, that Garden Grove is in the highest league, technically, with the new leagues that they have being in the Kappa League. But yeah, certainly this Los Amigos Cal Preps rating certainly is something that I think is surprising, where you're looking at, hey, they are just 2 points behind Pacifica. You know, if things were to end today and they were to re-league today, we'd have Pacifica, Los Amigos in the same league.
And fingers crossed, Rancho, Garden Grove in the same league in the future. That's what I hope. That's the stream I want to call in the future. And we got the national anthem, so we'll just take a little break. Beautiful job there by the Lobo Marching Band on the Star Spangled Banner. So yeah, the rankings, pretty big deal. And as you know, we've seen a lot of our teams could be in different leagues if it would have ended today.
And again, those rankings are not just for league placement, but also for playoff placement.
That's right. Also, that means we might see some nice playoff pairings if Garden Grove turns things around. That rating is going to go up a little bit higher. So we've got the captains coming up right now. Captains for Los Amigos, number 1, Adrian Ramirez. Number 57, Steven Cortez. Number 98 is not on here. Does anyone know who number 98 is right here? No one knows? Or Los Amigos? No? We'll have to figure that one out before the next game. And number 5, Jacob Aguilar. And then we'll get the captains for Western Christian, who don't seem to be out there just yet. Let's see. Okay, captains now. I'm going to have to get the binoculars unless Dave's eyes are working way better than mine tonight.
I got you.
There we go. Teamwork makes the dream work.
All right, so yeah, for Western Christian, we are looking at number 11, Ronald Carbett. Number 3, Carter Doolittle. Number 7, Yohan Chariz. And number 1, Russell Dunham.
And there we go. And we're going to do our best to call names and numbers tonight in high school football. Sometimes the rosters aren't up to date, and sometimes things get a little wonky, but we're going to try our best here.
It's the effort, right?
That we get an A for effort every single broadcast. And you know what I want to mention tonight is staff appreciation night here for Los Amigos. So before the game, they honored, some of the teachers walked out with the players. You got the custodians being honored with some signs. Our schools take a lot of people to come together to help run and get maintained and to get these students educated every single day.
Yeah, it's great to be able to recognize them. I know I was at Rancho, their game last week, and they had staff appreciation, and it was a great production. Same thing here with Los tonight. I know it's also youth night for the cheerleaders, at least. We got a lot of young future Lobos that are there with their cheerleading partners. So great job with Los in the community.
Here we go as we get ready for the toss. It's up in the air. The refs already did their whole spiel.
Tails.
Here we go. It looks like Western Christian won the toss. They've deferred to the second half. Lobos will be going into the sunset here.
Yeah, not a lot of clouds in the sky. We didn't get the beautiful sunsets that we've gotten here before. But again, we talked about that before we went on the air. That certainly one of the best stadiums around for sunsets here at Monsoor Stadium.
Yeah, we got to get a sunset cam, even if it's just planted there on the east end zone. Just have it there, just point it out there.
And get a couple of them. Get a live one. Get a.
Got to shout out the guys next to us in the booth. Running the clock is Mr. Dennis Dierk, and on the microphone there is Mr. James Oberacker. And of course, we've got some press guests out over there. Dave, you want to give our press guests a shout out there?
We do. We have Dan Albano from the Orange County Register. He'll be here tonight, so check out his X account, OC Varsity Guy. He'll have some updates and stats and interviews for you guys later. And then we also have Scott French as well. Oh, we got some Lobos down.
Oh, my goodness. That's, you know what? Reminds me of the Little Giants.
Yeah.
When we were just doing the Pacifica games back in 2021, Fryer had to be in a booth, and back then we didn't have as much equipment and as many people, so Fryer was right there. I've never been, and this is when I first started, so calling a game with someone like Steve Fryer in the booth is
one of your icons. Yeah,
it's like I need to make sure that I am on my P's and Q's and that I'm not out here saying the wrong things. And it was awesome. He was helping me out, letting me know who was getting the ball here and there. So.
Give a reference here for the younger audience that we have, high school kids that are listening. Little Giants, certainly a movie that you want to make sure that you go watch. One of the best sports movies around. Sure, that's you as a Giants fan, right? You liked
I love that.
the Giants beating the Cowboys.
Oh,
there
yeah.
at the end. Yeah.
That's how the game's going to look tonight, right? They're playing tonight, right? I don't like to look up sad things, but I believe the Thursday night game tonight is Giants and Cowboys. Here we go. Western Christian going to kick this ball off. I didn't get to see who's returning for the Lobos. Their jersey numbers looks like number 11, but it doesn't matter as that ball's not going to be kicked all the way anyway.
Yeah, Jacob Aguilar able to recover that. Just a little quick bullet there, squib. But the Lobos are going to start off in decent field position right about the 20-yard line.
We've seen some wild squibs so far this season.
We have, yeah. We get that a little bit more at our level of football where, ideally speaking, you just want someone that can send it in the end zone every time. But if you don't have that, we got to get a little creative with how we do our kickoffs.
My favorite was the La Quinta game against Bassett where the ball just kept rolling and rolling and rolling, and Bassett did not recover it.
No, yeah. Did they? I don't remember. Did they ever figure that out eventually? I don't think they did.
No. So here we go. Lobos coming out for their offensive series of the game, looking to make a statement here on the first drive.
And we got Javen Lee at quarterback.
There we go. You got
12.
two receivers here to the left side, bottom of the screen here for the Lobos. Hand the ball off there. And we're going to hear this name a lot tonight, Dave.
Isaac Galindo.
Isaac Galindo, one of Michael Huntley's players to watch for the Week 5 here. So shout out to Michael Huntley for giving a shout out to Isaac Galindo.
Yeah, he's had a great year. He had a just fantastic game last week against Nogales. But just a difference maker for Los Amigos. We'll see how this game goes tonight. Again, line play is always such a key. We'll see who controls that line of scrimmage.
I believe Western Christian did give up 200 yards of rushing last week, if I read that correctly in the Register article about Galindo. So that's why they're expecting him to have a big game.
Here we
and
go.
Here we go.
Hit it.
30-yard line, 35 at the 40. Eludes the one guy. He's at the 45, the 50, the 45, 40, 35, 30. He's going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. First down, Los Amigos.
Yeah, that's what we've seen from Los Amigos now in the last couple of years. But really, again, that's been their key to success this year is those big play capabilities of Galindo. And you see that right there. Talking to Coach Mello before the game, he did mention that he thought this was going to be their biggest test of the non-league schedule so far against Western Christian. So, again, we will see how successful early on Los Amigos can be against their biggest test of the non-league.
And, hey, if you're Calvary Chapel, you should be tuned in right now because Week 10, you're taking on these Lobos, and you took on these Fighting Lancers just a few weeks ago, or just last week.
I think I might see a Calvary game next week. We'll see. It's my alma mater where I went, and
there we go.
They are having homecoming. I think my wife might have signed us up to go, so I might.
Going back.
I might get a little scouting report there for Los Amigos and Rancho.
I get to go back and get paid all the time to go back to my high school.
Yeah.
Lobos second down and about 8 to go here. Lee in the backfield there. Who do we got there at running back there, Dave? Is that Raul Cruz there? Got a man in motion. Hand off to Cruz to the right side. Get some good yards on the play there. Close to the first down.
Second counter look that Los Amigos has had. Again, a counter is when you're going to have two pulling linemen, so both a guard and a tackle coming out. And running back wants to run inside of there. We've seen that second look. That first one was that long Galindo run. Again, successful play for them. And so far, Lobos are controlling the line of scrimmage.
Galindo back in the game here for the Lobos.
Another counter action.
A keeper to the left side. That's a first down. Ball inside the 10 now. So Lee picking up the first down for the Lobos as Western Christian was keying in on Galindo there. And I guess that's the good part about having players who can, multiple players who can run, is when you key on one of them, you get the other one to bounce that ball out.
Again, that could be an option. I think that was a designed quarterback keeper on that, but another counter play that was a quarterback counter. Los Amigos upping the tempo here, going non-huddle or
looks
no
like
huddle.
We have a timeout, Los Amigos.
I think
or was that Western
Christian?
Western Christian timeout.
Western Christian not able to keep up with that tempo, so they have to take a timeout there. Great start here for the Lobos on their first drive.
And that's what they want to do is wear them down early, especially with the run game like they've got. They can do it, and that's what they did to Nogales last week, is they wore him down and just.
I think again what you're seeing here is I think Los Amigos is in the midst of probably a pretty special season, and again I think this first drive we are seeing that right now, having a lot of success.
Yeah, this is a team who was a few injuries last year from being undefeated. They could have easily, ran if you have Navarro, in the game against La Quinta, I think they win that game. They were, as a team better, but the injuries got them last year. They bounced back and clicked in time to get that league championship. And I think this year, we fingers crossed that everything stays healthy and good. And I think they might be the favorite there in that Sigma League. I know the Rancho folks won't be happy to say it or to hear that, but.
Oh, I think the Rancho coaching staff might be happy to hear that.
The less pressure, right? Galindo, actually, no, it's going to be Lee to the left side. It's going to be a touchdown, Los Amigos.
So, again, as I mentioned, that was another quarterback counter there, quarterback keeper on that. That play has been successful. We will see if Western Christian can adjust and stop that. If not, this might be a quick game here with a running clock. But what a great opening drive for Los Amigos.
Our graphics, of course, are not working, so we're going to try and there. I think we got it. All right. We'll get the score down to 6 here. Okay, there we go. It might be working on this next one here.
Rebbe Bermudez on the kick. Oh, fumbled snap there.
Kicks were a trouble for the Lobos in that first game.
Yeah, again, I think you probably hit the nail on the head, though. I do think that Los is probably the favorite, at least at this point through the first 4 games of the season, to win their league. Again, I think Rancho will have something to say about that. We are hoping that game is everything that it's going to be billed as.
I'll tell you what their last 2 were. Their last 2 years that they played, they were really close games. Last year was a 1-point game.
Well, I can tell you, I saw Rancho last week, and Rancho is certainly firing on all cylinders right now. They looked great last week, so I am expecting this Los Amigos Rancho football game to just be an instant classic.
That's what we're hoping, because we are definitely going to be broadcasting that one. Looks like number 8 might be back deep to receive. Dave, you might be able to see that number a little bit better than I can.
We'll find out.
That's going to be a deep kick. Received at about the 8-yard line, taken around to the 25. Oh, beautiful hit there by, it looks like number 16. Nice hit, a decleater.
Abraham Solario.
Lancers are going to have the ball for the first time here tonight at the 30-yard line.
As we mentioned on Los Amigos offensive drive, again, line of scrimmage is going to be key here. Let's see how the Lobo defensive line and linebackers can control that here on this opening drive.
Lobos averaging less than, their defense giving up less than 2 touchdowns a game here.
That's impressive considering how explosive their offense has been. Again, the more their offense scores, the more possessions that their opponents are getting as well too. So their defense really standing out. Yeah,
when you think about it, they scored 49, 41, 42, and 32. So the other offenses are getting a lot of looks at the defense, and they're staying strong. Shotgun formation for Western Christian, hand off to number 22 around the left side. That's a hard runner right there, Dave.
Yeah, Western Christian right away, their center cut on that first play. That tells me they might be a little worried about Los Amigos' defensive front there.
That carry by number 22, Donovan Ramirez.
Good opening play, though. Again, we're looking at a good 4 to 5 yard gain.
Brings up second down here and about 6 yards to go for the Fighting Lancers. Shotgun formation, 3 wide receiver, or trips right. 4 wide receivers in total here. Pass over the middle, incomplete. Pass intended for number 1, so the Carter Doolittle to Russell Dunham connection could not come through right there. It brings up third down for the Fighting Lancers. So Lobos looking solid, and that might be why they're good on defense, Dave. They're able to swap in some fresh legs there.
Well, you're seeing here they have a new personnel group that they substitute in, and again, when you can get someone in 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming here. They're not going to run. So again, if the Lobos can keep them in predictable down and distances, that's when they can just let loose. So let's see what kind of blitz package they have in here, or if they're just going to drop back and play coverage.
There you go, third down here for the Fighting Lancers. 6 yards to go, trips right, one more time, empty backfield.
Bringing 6 for the Lobos, get to them quick, great job.
Beautiful play there. Let's bring up 4th down, and of course not 4th down territory here.
No, and this will be key again. If the Lobos can keep them in 3rd and long all night, this might be a quick night here. Western Christian certainly is going to have to establish a running game where they can keep in 3rd and manageable.
Once again, you are tuned in to Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School Football. David Mora here with District Athletic Director Dave Mamelli.
If I am Western Christian here, I'm not kicking to Galindo. Don't give him a chance.
Oh, if you've watched tape, you are definitely not kicking it to him. And let's see what they do. It's actually a nice little punt. They didn't kick it to him. Takes a little Lobo bounce. It's going to be down at about the 44-yard line, so Lobos starting off in some okay field position here.
If I'm Coach Guess, I'm running the exact same script that I did on the first series. See if they had any chance to adjust. again, at this level of football, you don't have a lot of platooning going on where you have defensive guys only and offensive guys only. They might not have been able to adjust at this point because the defense had to play offense in this last series. So, again, if I'm Coach Guess, I'm running the same exact plays. That's going to include a lot of counter. Let's see what happens here.
Definitely wear them down early and wear them down often here. Make a little bit of quick work. So let's see what the Lobos can do here on their second drive of the game. Under center this time, I formation. Love to see it. Pitch out to Galindo around the left side, takes it up the middle, still on his feet. He's going to have maybe a first down, or actually they're going to mark him short, so it's going to be second down and about 1 yard to go, but nice run on first down.
Great job, yeah. Los Amigos doing exactly what they want on offense, getting anything they want.
Push off that line of scrimmage, and again, if
up high tempo here.
If it's happening this early, it's not going to get better for Western Christian.
Yeah, they're keeping them from substituting now, keeping them from adjusting. This quick high tempo, same play, back to back.
They're going to stop him on that one. It's going to bring up third down.
Yeah, third and short, third and less than 1 here.
So let's see what Western Christian does. If you can get a stop here, that's actually pretty quick. You're talking about maybe a 30-second drive here with this up tempo, and it looks like Coach might be slowing it down just a tad bit more here. Lobos in shotgun formation now.
Yeah, again, we have not seen a pass yet from Los Amigos, so you're going to start to see that with Western Christian. They know that as well, and they're going to start crowding that box. I imagine at some point we're going to see play action over the top.
Galindo on the right side of Lee here.
Quarterback
Fake to
counter.
Galindo. He's going to get the first down.
Yeah, again, so the action we're seeing here is Javen Lee is faking that handoff there to Galindo. And you have a guard and a tackle that are pulling back the other way. And so that is not designed to go to Galindo, but to stay with Lee. And Lee is just running right inside those pulling linemen.
Shotgun formation one more time. 2 wide receivers. Lee getting ready to take the snap. Hard count there.
Yeah, I think they might have gotten away with the jump.
Hand off the right side. Galindo again.
Just a simple zone run there. So again, we are seeing diversity in Los Amigos run game that they have. Again, that was just a nice simple run, zone concept across. Still not a pass yet from Los Amigos, and why would you? If you're getting big chunks of yardage, why would you need to pass at this point?
If you have a Barry Sanders on your team, why are you going to, throw the ball?
Galindo again not in yet. Los is able to substitute in, not have a significant drop-off in their game plan. All for it. That's how you avoid those injuries.
Raul Cruz there in at running back. Little counter play around the left side. Beautiful run. Close to the first down, and actually has the first down. So again, if you've got Galindo resting, you get Raul Cruz going in there.
Yeah, Galindo back in now at this point. See twins up top on our formation. Double tight formation, 2 tight ends, another quarterback counter.
Around the right side, cuts it back in. Ooh, that was a good play by that, was it a linebacker who made that play to kind of seal that edge?
Yeah, again, those counter plays that you have, if you are stretching them out, then the defense wins on that. Those counter plays are designed to be hitting upfield in the seam. Defenses are trying to spill that, which means they're trying to get that to widen outside and then tackle you with pursuit.
Lobos here now, trips left. Galindo in the game. Lined up on the left side of Lee.
Seen a lot of different formations here for the Lobos. Great thing to get on tape.
Galindo, counter, left side. Gets about 7 yards on the play. Again, that's for Los Amigos on first and second down here. I mean, your third downs are very, very manageable here.
Yeah.
Again, third down and about 3 yards to go here.
You're to the point here where, again, this is probably 4-down territory, probably too far for a field goal attempt.
Although Lobos did hit a field goal last week. Don't know how far it was, though.
Yeah, they did. This is pretty far. This is something you might run at the end of the half or if the game is on the line. But early on in the first quarter here, I think this is 4-down territory.
Galindo in the game there. Lee tried to get the hard count there.
Again, double tight formation, 2 tight ends, 1 on each side.
Looks like Western Christian has about 9 guys in that proverbial box there, Dave.
Yeah, we got to delay a game. So again, we have seen some change in tempo from the Lobos here, going fast, and on this one a little bit too slow.
So maybe now we might see the Lobos pull out a pass play here?
Maybe.
3rd down and 8 here for the Lobos.
Yeah, this is that gamesmanship where, again, if you're in 4-down territory, you don't necessarily need to pass at this point. Again, you just don't want to be in predictable down and distances.
4 wide receivers here for Lee.
Certainly a passing formation, which means I'm going to predict a run. No, there we go.
They brought the blitz.
Oh,
screen pass to the right. He's got to make one move. He's got the 1st down and some. At the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5.
Oh, just out.
Tried to cut it back inside, but could not. 1st down, Lobos. Man, I mean, beautiful.
Yeah, again, Coach Guest there used the defense aggression against them. Again, they get into a 3rd and long situation, come out in a passing formation with those doubles, but then they hit him with the running back screen.
That was like the perfect executed screen, too. Everything worked out just the way it needed to, and the Lobos now have the ball at, it looks like, the 5-yard line. 1st and goal here. And off Galindo, nope, fake. Lee takes it around the left side. He's going to be into the end zone. Touchdown, Lobos. And the graphic worked this time. There we go. Again, we mentioned that, the Lobos were picked to win this game, but we did not say the score. So Cal Preps is predicting a 24-10 victory, and they are already halfway there.
Again, fumbled snap on the 1st attempt. This one much better, but it's
blocked.
blocked.
Wow.
Yeah, so you had mentioned they've had some issues with some extra points, and those issues are continuing here. Again, so far what we've seen, not much resistance from Western Christian, but as I mentioned earlier, Coach Guest says this is probably going to be their toughest test. If they're able to adjust here, those extra points might come back to bite the Lobos.
Yeah, like we said, you read the scores of their games, 45, 46, 33, and 52, and Cal Preps is calling it a 24-point output here for the Lobos. So yeah, even they think it's going to be, probably one of their tougher tests of the season.
Bermudez here to kick off for the Lobos.
Back deep to return for Western Christian is number 6, Jonah Mananingo. That kick fielded by Mandingo at the 10-yard line. Gets to the 30. Man, the Lobos are coming to hit. Let's hit the replay on that, Estevan, right here. And let's get that thing to load up and see if we can get that. That was a beautiful tackle on that play. Let's take a look at that again. The Lobo kickoff coverage team is just ready to come and play. Let's take a look at this hit one more time.
Oh,
man, wow. Just filled that whole. Damn, wow. Lobos on fire here today, early to start this game.
Yeah, again, clean hit there. Nothing wrong with that.
No, that was a football play right there.
That's a big reason why they've gotten rid of that in the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
It certainly looks a little different now in the NFL, those kickoffs.
Ball on the 25-yard line for Western Christian. Long field ahead of them.
Empty backfield here.
Oh, they went out 4 wide receivers to the left side here.
Wide receiver screen. Good blocking by Western Christian. Great job by those receivers out there holding their blocks.
I like that formation, Dave. You catch them off guard a little bit.
Yeah, that quick motion, obviously, that quick shift is obviously meant to draw you off sides. See if they can get 5 free yards on that. But, again, impressed with their receiver blocking on that.
First time we've seen that here on this stream, so that was good. Let's see if they how many more times they run it here tonight. 2nd down and about 3 yards here for Western Christian.
Same formation, just opposite side now.
No shift this time, man in motion.
quick pass. There
Pass to that man in motion. That's going to be a first down for Western Christian. Their first one of the night. That pass completed to number 4, Jonah Valdivia.
Yeah, you can see again. I talked about the first opening drive for Western Christian. I thought Los Amigos controlled the line of scrimmage, and you're seeing right away Western Christian adjusting to that by having 2 quick passes.
And that's a really good quick adjustment to make there.
Again, still another empty backfield. We got 4 receivers down here to the right. They're shifting that out now. 3 to our near side and 2 up top.
Doolittle getting ready to take the snap here. Lobos showing blitz, and there it comes. Doolittle lets that one go quickly. Pass intended for number 2, Andrew Barber, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, Doolittle's got a nice little ball there. Good crisp spiral. Gets it out of his hand quick. But again, that's the second time we've seen Los Amigos bring 6. So they are blitzing 2 other linebackers to go along with their 4 down linemen. And both times they've been able to get in the backfield very fast.
You know, Doolittle doing a good job getting that ball to the perfect receiver in that situation and not throwing it erratically. He got it, right to him with pressure coming right at his face.
Single back on this formation here. Trips to the right side.
Yeah, I don't know if you're allowed to do that, Dave.
Yeah, there's certain rules about that. You gotta be doing that the whole game if that's something you're gonna do. You can't just randomly come out and do that.
It's a penalty on Western Christian that pushes them back 5 yards. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 15 here.
Again, we've seen that already though with that quick shift that they did earlier. So trying to get a free 5 yards went against them this last time.
There it is again. They didn't get flagged for it. Trips right. Handoff around the right side. Oh, beautiful. Esteban, go ahead and hit the replay on that one. Let's take a look at that hit again, the Lobo defense.
Chris Flores.
Flores just filled that gap perfectly.
And we've mentioned Flores many times on this broadcast. Great hit here. Yeah, great read.
Wow.
Great downhill action. Again, Flores coming from his free safety position there to come down and make that play just about the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 3rd down and 12 here for Western Christian. So obviously, a passing situation here. Oh, and that's what that that little up and down is supposed to do. It worked that time.
Yeah, so we'll still have 3rd and long here. See if they even adjust this play or just run the same play again that they had already called.
Lobos obviously were about to blitz on that play.
Looks like they will run the play as called.
Oh, almost blocked. He's got some room around the left side. He's going to have the 1st down. That was a nice play by Western Christian to pick up that 1st down.
Yeah, great recovery there for number 88, Uriah Potts. Good catch there, obviously just out of the outstretched fingertips of a Lobo there, but that was actually a backwards pass. If he had dropped that, that would have been a fumble. But great job by Potts, able to make that catch and get the yards after catch there for the 1st down.
Western Christian for the first time tonight in Los Amigos territory. Ball at the 49-yard line. Minute and 56 seconds left to go here in the 1st quarter. Lobos 12, Western Christian nothing, but Western Christian on a nice little offensive drive here on their 2nd drive of the game. Handoff right side.
Great, Phil.
Nice.
Great tackle there. Again, number 22, Raul Cruz, coming up and filling. Again, the Lobos just as impressive on defense as they are on offense with their fill that they've had.
As we take a look at this play one more time. That's how you want to start 1st down. Send a little message there. Lobo defenders with a good eye for the ball, Dave. They know where it's going to be. They anticipate, exactly where they need to go. Brings up 2nd down and 10 here for the Lancers. The Fighting Lancers. Four wide receivers here for Doolittle. Takes a snap, looking to pass over to the right side, lets that one go. Overthrows number 22, Donovan Ramirez.
Yeah, great job. I'm going to give a shout out here to Richard Barajas, number 87. So again, he was the defensive end here. He started his rush, saw the running back coming out on that wheel route, and he peeled off his rush to cover him. So that's obviously a called play and concept for the Lobos of what they have, but that is certainly tough to have the mindset that you're going to rush in and attack the quarterback and be able to read that running back going out in a pattern and be able to cover him. So again, 87, Richard Barajas, great job on that.
3rd down and 10 here for Western Christian. Ball on the 49-yard line.
Pistol formation. Lobos only rushing 3, dropping 8.
He throws that ball to the right side.
Ooh, he just lost it.
He had a step on his man. That pass intended for number 6.
Jonah Meningo.
So
yeah,
almost connected there.
Did have a step, just never found the ball. Lost it in the lights or didn't know where it was. But if he had tracked that, that might have been a big play for the Lancers.
And 4 down territory here, Dave. 4th and 10, Western Christian going for it.
No, they're going to punt.
Oh, they're going to punt.
They're in punt formation.
I thought that was just a new innovative punt.
No,
punt of an innovative formation.
This is the smart play. Again, they had some success here on this drive. Maybe they've settled down a little bit, but certainly the smart play is to punt here and play field position. Oh, fumble, fumble, fumble.
Lobos get it. It's going to be Lobo football. Lobos going to take that ball over at their own, it looks like, 16-yard line or so.
Yeah, we see what their tempo is coming up, but we might get one more play in before the end of the first quarter.
44 seconds left to go here at Monsoor Stadium. Our first time back here since week 0.
And it's a success already. The Lobos are up 12-0, but the stream is also working.
The stream is up. The stream is up right now. And as we always do, we have to give a shout out to the Garden Grove Police Department SRO dogs. Looks like today, we have
Hart, right?
Is that Hart? It might be Hart. Hart and Nelly here. We had Hart and Nelly are a frequent guest on the stream here. Oh, another fumble. Wow, so Lobos not doing too hot here to start their third drive.
So we might see some change in momentum here. Again, great start for the Lobos. Coach Guess has got to be happy. But back-to-back plays now, mishandling that ball, and now they are facing a 2nd and 15.
Of course, it could change in one run, Dave.
Yeah, we are going to get one more play off here before the end of the quarter. We got a rollout pass.
Oh,
just over.
Right off the fingertips. And we're going to have one more play as that pass is incomplete. And already 3rd down here.
Yeah, so Javen Lee rolling out to his left. That's always a difficult pass to make as a right-handed quarterback. But a great job there just over the outstretched hands.
And Vincent made it back from the college. Vincent, what did you do? Did you run through the college fair and just?
Yeah. That is dedication.
I think he sounds like he ran from the Hyatt back all the way over here. So 3rd down here for the Lobos. Looking at a long 3rd down, 3rd and 15. This has been their worst 3rd down positioning of the night here.
Might see another screen, either wide receiver or running back screen again.
Just got to be careful back here.
Get another rollout.
That pass, overthrown. And who would have thought that Western Christian would get the ball back one more time?
Well, and that they might get the ball back to start the 2nd quarter. I wouldn't have thought that. So 44 seconds was on the clock when the Lobos took over. And they're going to now punt the ball away here with 4 seconds left on the clock. So certainly a great turn of events for Western Christian. They're going to end up with good field position here with really no time coming off the clock. See what kind of rush they have here. Again, Lobos are backed up in their own end zone at this point. See if the Lancers go for a block or if they play it safe with the return.
That punt will be from the goal line, or at least that's where the punter is lined up right now. So scary.
We've seen issues on our stream over the weeks with punts.
I didn't want to bring it up.
Good snap.
Beautiful snap.
Ooh,
almost
very
blocked.
Close. Yeah, number 9, Aiden Oliva, for the Lancers. Very close to getting a punt block there. That would have been a game-changing play at that point. But that brings us to the end of the first quarter. Los Amigos up 12-0 over Western Christian. Again, Los Amigos looking great so far here in the first quarter, but a little momentum change to end that first quarter.
You know, that was such a close play there, almost blocked. It reminds me back at Pacifica, Mercurio.
Yeah, Tommy. Yeah.
Tommy Mercurio back to punt here at Garden Grove High School, and he gets ran into, and let's get oh. You want to go boot camp?
Yeah, sure.
Let's go boot camp. We haven't gone boot camp this season. Let's go boot camp. There we go. Here we go. It's up in the top. Vincent, you're not going to hide.
Yeah.
Vincent, first time, usually in the back. So Tommy Mercurio punts the ball. He gets grazed, falls on the ground, gets the flag, runs off the field and says, "I got him! I got him!" It's like, Tommy, not yet. Wait till you get back. You whisper that, you know.
Yeah, like we said, we have had some issues with punts on our streams here, and again, the level of football that we're at, to me, to be honest, it doesn't make sense why a lot of our teams are going back 12 or 15 yards for that snap. We've seen a lot of problems with the snap. Haven't seen that tonight with Los Amigos. That was a great, perfect snap, but still almost a block.
But great field position here for Western Christian as they have the ball on Los Amigos side of the field.
Yeah, I don't think we might have had one run in their last series that they have, and they're starting off here with a run. Again, trying to establish that line of scrimmage for themselves. You know, they're not going to be able to win if it's just pass all the time. But again, I still think that Los Amigos is controlling that line of scrimmage. I do think that we're going to see a mix of blitzes still coming in with them, rushing 5, 6 guys at a time. But again, a little bit more power formations here from Western Christian on this drive. Got a tight bunch up top.
Doolittle hands the ball off. A nice push off the line there.
Can counter their own. So they had one of their H-backs, the wing on the top there, that was able to do counter action with their guard coming back on this side. So they're hitting Los Amigos with a little counter action of their own.
It's going to be a first down here for Western Christian. It looks like they've settled in here on offense.
Absolutely.
Going to have the ball here and this is the deepest field position they've had here tonight. Ball on the Los Amigos 26-yard line.
Let's see if they come back counter here to the right. Looks like they do.
Gain of about 2 yards on the play there, brings up second down.
So again, you're seeing Sebastian Talamontes, number 8 for Western Christian, line up as a wing. And he is coming back across the formation to do a kick-out block. He's just come off the field now, so maybe we'll see a pass here in this situation.
Lobos scoring quickly on their first 2 drives, but since then, Western Christian seems to have kind of figured them out just a little bit. Doolittle takes a snap, rolls out to his right, lets that one go. That's big number 88 on the reception, still on his feet.
Yeah, so that's Potts. So again, the last possession, Potts made a nice play and a run for a first down. Looks like he's close to another one here. But again, Potts was that wing back over on the left side. They ran a play action where he was going to kick out, but it was a good pass. They hit that pass to Potts. Again, made one man miss. And they are looking at a 3rd and short here. It's certainly 2-down territory here for Western Christian. They're going to have 2 downs to get this first down here.
Ball at the 18-yard line, so let's see what they drop here on 3rd down. Like Dave said, 4-down territory here, so really not much pressure to get the first down. But, of course, you want to get as close as you can if you don't get it.
Play just got in now. We'll see if the play clock is an issue here.
Trips left here for Western Christian. Los Amigos scrambling.
5, 4, 3. They just got it off.
Got it off. Doolittle looks to his left, lets that one go. Overthrows number 4. Jonah Baldivia, maybe a little bit nervous, put a little bit too much mustard on that one. That brings up 4th down here for Western Christian.
Yeah, that's what you see with the NFL quarterbacks, guys that were so good in high school and college that can't make it there. Is the game is so fast and the plays are so complicated that you are constantly up against that play clock. Don't know if that was the case there, but certainly it's a little stressful when you don't get the play until late. And again, you're trying to make that snap so you don't have a penalty. Certainly affects how you could throw that ball.
It looks like a little bit more of a late kind of play calling here as Western Christian will take their second time out.
Yeah, this is a big play. Again, 4th down, biggest play so far of the game for Western Christian. They've had some success. Again, we talked about the momentum has changed a little bit here. If they do not convert on this, certainly a wasted opportunity.
Los Amigos earlier in the game with a healthy dose of running, bouncing back between Galindo and Cruz. Got them out to a 12-point lead here. You're tuning in to Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School football. Only game in the county here tonight. Everyone else finding some homes. And, of course, if Bolsa was playing a home game this week, they'd have the home game over there at Bolsa tonight. But they're playing on Saturday, so away. So, of course, rest of the county schools, everything just failing perfect. A lot of teams taking their bye week this week as they get ready for the start of league play next week.
Yeah, the ideal situation is for those that played a week 0 is this week 5 they take a bye. That way they get some rest before they start league.
Of course, Lobos playing a week 0 but taking their bye week on Friday, the week of the Friday the 13th. Hand off to the left side. They're going to stop them. Beautiful job. It's going to be Los Amigos football.
I believe that was Isaiah Santana there on the stop, getting in the backfield. So great stop for Los Amigos. Again, the Lobos playing an almost perfect game so far to this point.
So not that it mattered, but there was a fumble on that play recovered by the Lobos. Either way, they would have had that football. Here we go, their 4th drive of the game now, Dave. Let's see if they can bounce back. The last play started with a muffed punt, or the last drive with a muff punt and then a fumble on 1st down, which kind of took them off their, probably their game plan as they had to try and pass the ball to get that 1st down. They will have the ball at their own 18-yard line.
Yeah, running formation here for sure.
High formation. Pitch
Toss
out to the
play.
right side. Still on his feet.
Yeah, close to the old student body right. Get a toss play there. Again, the quarterback at that point becomes a blocker right after he tosses. So, again, we saw Lee get that turnaround, and he's leading up through the hole there.
And, it didn't look like much, but that was a 4-yard gain. Again, we talk about it a lot. These rushes don't look like they're getting a lot of yards, but 4 yards right off the first pop there.
A lot of that is obviously on your line, but a lot of that is on your running backs, too, that they are always falling forward, always getting forward. Chewing up those yards. Another quarterback counter here. Great stop there from Western Christian. Again, a good tackle there. We'll get the number. Looks like number 7, Yohan Chariz for Western Christian. Good fill, good tackle. Got a 3rd and mid-range here, about a 3rd and 5.
Says 3rd and 4 on the scoreboard, but it looks a little bit more than that. Oh,
there we go.
There we go. Oh, they didn't throw it.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that was very close to being a penalty. Lee to the left side. He's going to be very close. He's got the first down.
Yeah, we got to watch out here. Getting some extracurricular.
Oh, and there it is. Yeah. But oh no, Dave, it's from the backside here, and number 1 celebrating as if he did something.
No, it's that's on Flores. That's going to be a penalty on Flores there. Little too extracurricular with his blocking. Again, great job by blocking, but that was 2 plays in a row. Yeah, and so the Lobos are going to get backed up. I believe that's going to be post 1st down. So it should be 1st and 25 now at this point, but they did get the 1st down. So again, I watched that. That should be post possession here.
And that call actually came here from the back judge, right? He threw that flag.
Yeah, it happened right in front of him. It was.
Oh, so it was here because there was a little bit. If you look in the back.
No, it was right in front of him. It was
okay.
They got in a little tussle. going hard at each other, and Flores gave just a little bit too much there.
Yep, here you go, 1st and 10 for the Logos. Again, bad snap. Lee recovers.
That's a bad snap there. Fortunately, again, I was wrong on that. We actually had a 1st and 10. They just backed them up 15 yards at that point. So now, even with that loss, we're looking at about a 2nd and 13.
So Lobos uncharacteristically fumbling the ball on those snaps here. 2 drives in a row.
Yeah, this is 2 drives in a row. Like we mentioned, they just went through them like butter, their first 2 drives. And now here, their 4th drive of the game. Again, they are stalling a little bit. Give credit to Western Christian. The Lancers certainly have seemed to have settled down and made some adjustments.
This quarter going by a little bit slower than the first quarter did. 7 minutes and 32 seconds and counting here in the second quarter. Looks like Lobos might be looking to pass the ball here, 2nd and 12, and we've got a timeout.
Yeah, Los Amigos.
Again, Western Christian, you know, they're right here in the thick of this game. Their defense has, we'll go ahead and let's go to the booth cam there. Let's go to, there we go. So yeah, Western Christian kind of settling in there. Their defense is doing a better job. Their offense is, they're getting close. You know?
And again, this goes along, like I said, I have mentioned already that Coach Guest thought this is going to be their biggest challenge. And again, certainly didn't seem that way through the first 2 drives that Los Amigos had. But with Western Christian settling in here, again, maybe our expectation is we're going to expect a back-and-forth game the rest of this game.
Yeah, and it should be, of course, with the way the Lobos have been playing, we expect a blowout. But again, this is a tougher, a tougher caliber opponent than they've probably faced the last few weeks. And I'm sure this team doesn't want to let Los Amigos go 5-0 on them. And looks like we're going to have a good game. But of course, we thought that with the Santiago game, and hopefully, like the Santiago game, Los Amigos kind of gets things going, settles in, and takes care of business. So here we go, 2nd down and 12 here for the Lobos. Ball at their own 12-yard line. They're in I formation, so they're switching things up.
The toss.
That's going to be very close to the 1st down. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1. So beautiful run there.
Yeah, like I just mentioned, again, that's Raul Cruz there.
Well, that's a 1st down.
And again, hit early on in that process, but kept his legs going, and he is always churning and getting positive yards.
And here's that quick tempo by the Lobos.
Same play, running the exact same play again.
That was a beautiful play there. Western Christian does a good job of sniffing that out, though.
You see that from a lot of coaches, and again, it's a smart play that if you just had big success on the previous play, get up and run it again. They couldn't stop it the first time. Odds are they're not going to be able to stop it the second time either. So we've seen that a couple times tonight from Los Amigos.
And what you see from the Lobos that you don't see from Western Christian is they're on the field getting the play call. So you'll see them all looking at the wristbands there. I formation again for the Lobos. Galindo in motion, takes it around, sweep to the left side. Still on his feet. 1st down Lobos, ball at their own 39-yard line. So here we go.
Yeah, Los Amigos getting back to what they look like their first 2 drives. Again, just giving that ball to Galindo and to Cruz and just let them do their thing. Let them make a one-man miss, get some contact, keep those legs going. And again, they're going to be extremely happy getting 5, 6, 7 yards apiece.
And of course, we got to mention Western Christian will be getting the football to start the second half. Again, I formation. Man in motion, this time pitch, left side. That was Cruz this time, still on his feet. Okay. Second effort, Dave.
Cruz made 2 guys miss there, and then the 3rd guy that brought him down, he dragged him 5 yards. So exactly what the Lobos want.
1st down, one more time for the Lobos. Ball now on the Western Christian side of the field at the 48-yard line. And again, getting up to the line of scrimmage, I formation. They're going to run it until Western Christian can stop it. Lee getting ready to take the snap. Same play, left side, Cruz tries to bounce it out. Western Christian read it that time. It's going to be a loss of about 2 or 3 yards for the Lobos.
Yeah, Jonah Meningo, we've called his name a couple times tonight for Western Christian. He's able to get in the backfield there and get a rare tackle for loss for them tonight.
Lobos with the platoon swap here, getting some fresh bodies in the game. Looks like they're going to slow it down a little bit. Now they're in shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers. Looks like Galindo now back in the game. Pistol formation. Lee keeps it to the left side. Great yards on the play. Gain of about 10.
Again, another design play. So at that point, they had 3 linemen pulling at that. And again, Lee is going to fake that handoff and design keeper for him. A lot of success with that tonight. He's already scored at least 1 touchdown off of that play.
Lobos again lining up in pistol formation. This time hands off to Galindo around the left side. He's got the first down. Lobos dominating that line of scrimmage right now. They had this ball at one point at their own 12-yard line, now all the way up at the Western Christian 35, and it looks like we're going to have a timeout, Western Christian. They've got no timeouts left here in the half. You're tuning in to Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School Football. Los Amigos holding on to a 12-0 lead over the Western Christian Fighting Lancers here. The only game in town, or the only game in the county.
In the county, yeah.
It's like a Texas feel. The only game for 40 miles. Maybe not. There's probably something going on at Cal High tonight.
Vet Stadium somewhere.
At the vet, there's something going on. Again, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us at GGUSD Athletics on Facebook and Instagram. You get updates not just from football, but from all sports. We saw some cross country yesterday. You get girls flag football, boys water polo, you get volleyball, you get girls golf. Dave is covering everything.
We had some girls tennis before. I went to La Quinta girls tennis. They beat Estancia. Again, La Quinta, strong tennis program. They are undefeated in the new Coast League for the Orange Grove Conference. So shout out to La Quinta girls tennis on their great start and win today.
Looking at the overall league championships, and La Quinta second only to Garden Grove, I believe, as you look at the overall league championships from all the sports. Second or third?
I'm going to look that up.
Let's look it up. And off to Galindo around the left side, still on his feet, just running people over. We're going to see. I know Garden Grove has over 300. They believe they're at like 311. La Quinta, I believe, had 243 or something like that. They have more than Pacifica, more than Bolsa, more than Los Amigos. Got to have more than Santiago. Pistol formation. Lee keeps it himself to the left side. Has a first down, still on his feet at the 20. Gets pushed out of bounds. It's going to be a first down, Los Amigos. Three minutes and 38 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Lobos now chewing up a bunch of clock after their last drive. They only chewed up about 40 seconds. So this one going a lot better than the last one. Let's see if it can end like their first two, which ended in touchdowns. I formation this time for the Lobos. Pitch to the right side, looks like Cruz.
You are correct in that too, by the way. I was off on my numbers a little bit.
There we go, just a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, La Quinta, number of sports that have done very well. Obviously tennis we talked about, but baseball is their pride and joy, obviously, at that school. But boys volleyball as well. Boys volleyball, they've done very, very well in that.
And of course, Garden Grove having the most league championships because they've been around.
They've been around for 100 years.
Yeah, they were around for 40 years longer than any other high school. But of course, football, the main, quote-unquote breadwinner, but a lot of our other sports, our schools do really well in.
Galindo broke it. He's gone.
Touchdown Los Amigos. And they're going to extend that lead 18-0. So Cal Prep's score still alive here.
Well, let's hope not. I'm hoping for a extra point here that goes in.
Let's see. We've got our fingers crossed.
Let's see if at any point they try to get those points back. Typically, that's not what you want to do. You don't chase those points. You just do like
eat them right and just go ahead. It looks like, who knows? You know what, Dave? I've been looking every week at the stat leaders for the county.
They are going for 2.
Oh, so they're trying to get them back here. Coach Mallon, maybe has a feeling that those points are going to come in handy later on.
Maybe, yeah.
But, I've noticed that a lot of our Garden Grove athletes, our football players, aren't being included in those stats. I know Galindo probably, was up there in county rushing last week. Overall in the season, I'm sure he's got to be up there. Here we go. 4 wide receivers for the Lobos as they try to get this a 2-point conversion converted. Looks to pass over to the right side. No, it's going to be batted down. Incomplete.
Yeah, talking about stats, again, that can be anybody and everybody. It can be a Max Preps stat keeper. You can decide that you want to do that and submit as the game goes on. Get some extra work. I imagine if you're tuning into the broadcast, that might be right up your alley, though.
Just don't listen to my yardage counts. They're extremely off sometimes.
So again, 3 scores for the Lobos, but they've yet to convert on an extra point, either 1 or 2. And so again, hopefully that doesn't matter in the end score, but something to watch as the game progresses.
NFL update. Cowboys holding on to a slim 2-point lead over the mighty New York Giants.
They just need the ice box. Put the ice box
That's
in.
it. At the end of this game, Coach Dabble better run that annexation of Puerto Rico, bring that W home. This is a beautiful kick, fielded at the 12-yard line.
Another great tackle. That's Galindo.
Returned by Valdivia. Valdivia surely didn't want to get a hit like the last 2 return men did.
And again, something you see here at this level of football. So Isaac Galindo obviously has had a number of successes this year as a running back, but you see him here score a touchdown, and immediately he's on the kickoff team, making a great tackle.
Dave, I don't want to bring this up, but the White Sox, Chicago White Sox, chasing history with one of the highest loss totals in MLB history.
The Angels just have to give in to them.
Angels are helping them out as they're let them win the last 2 games.
It's painful.
That's got to be a flag. Number 78 did not know what was going on.
And it is always funny
when you're looking at your teammate and you have your hands up.
You get the flag call and you're yelling at them for
what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? The rest of you didn't do what I did.
Lobos with a D tackle coming on late. Looks like they are going to blitz. They are bringing 6.
Beautiful play.
Looks like that is
Looked like Raul Cruz
Ivan Leon
on the tackle.
Yeah, he was able to get back there, I think.
I thought it was 22, maybe. Thought it might have been Cruz. Let's see here.
55.
55, okay. Well, look at the beautiful play.
So Leon again being able to go in there and held on with one hand. Well, you got a cleanup tackle.
Brings up 2nd down and about 18 here for Western Christian. So after we thought their offense had settled down a little bit, Lobo defense coming out trying to make a statement on this drive here.
Under 2 minutes. As we mentioned, Western Christian will get the ball back to start the second half. Lobos rushing 3.
Oh! Ball bobbled and incomplete, intended for number 14, Isaac Colasso.
Yeah, Los Amigos playing a kind of cat and mouse game at this point. First drive or first down of this possession, they brought 6. Second down there, they only brought 3, and they dropped 8. So we are seeing a mix of pressure being brought by the Lobos. This 3rd and forever, we'll see what they decide to go with. If they're going to bring 4, 5, or 6, or if they're going to only bring 3 and drop 8.
Right now they're showing 3 men right there on the line. Let's see what they do here.
Again, empty backfield. We have 4 receivers up top to the right. Oh, sorry. Now we have 3.
They only rushed 3, actually rushed 2. Had a spy on the quarterback, but he got around. He's going to get close to a first down. He's got the first down. Oh!
Flores. So again, great hit there by Chris Flores. Doolittle doesn't care at that point because he got the first down.
We still have to take a look at it nonetheless.
So great run there by Doolittle, but again, a great hit there by Flores. Wow.
With the shoulder. That was just...
Under 1:30 now. Not much of a sense of urgency here from the Lancers. Again, time is running down. As we mentioned, they do not have any timeouts at this point. But they are not pressing the issue here.
I guess Coach feels comfortable. You got 1:16, 1:10 left. You are going to get the ball to start the second half. So if you can get a little score here, maybe they start throwing out to the outside, try and get out of bounds. Doolittle takes a snap, drops back to pass, looks to his right, lets that one go. Pass in the middle. So not ideal, but it's complete. It's going to bring up second down.
Again, clock still running.
And now
50 seconds here.
Now they're going a little bit quicker up to the line of scrimmage.
Might be too late by this point.
Oh, spike.
Yeah, that's hard to do now at this point. Is again, now you spike and you're into 3rd down. We do have a flag here. We'll see what this is. This might be a procedural, not lined up properly. Looks like Los Amigos might have had 12 men on the field at that point. So Western Christian's going to get an automatic first down. Clock is going to stop for them as well. So that spike didn't matter for them in terms of losing it down. Be 1st and 10 on Los Amigos side of the field.
42 seconds left to go here. Ball at the 45-yard line. Western Christian, 4 wide receivers. Doolittle takes a snap. Quick pass to the right side. Ooh, dangerous pass. That one intended for number 1, Russell Dunham. But just overthrown. Brings up second down. Dave, I don't want to bring this up on the stream, but it looks like Western Christian traveled a good amount of people from Upland.
I think you do want to bring it up.
I'm going to bring it up. That was more than what Garden Grove brought to Bolsa Stadium a few weeks ago. I don't want to do it, but everyone is outdrawing them right now. Western Christian, 4 wide receivers. Doolittle takes a snap, drops back to pass, throws it over to his left side. That's going to be complete. Flag on the play, though. Most likely on the Lobos. Valdivia with that completion. Let's see what the call is here on the field. But from that area of the field, you have to assume, or you can safely assume, it might be on the Lobos.
Maybe a hold, yeah. Holding on the Lobos, yeah.
That penalty declined.
So again, that'll stop the clock as well. That helps the Lancers more than the yardage there at that point, getting that clock stopped.
You know, if you're the Lancers, Dave, I mean, you're finding some stuff that's working here as you're going into halftime. And if you can score here and score coming out, now you're looking at a 1-score game. You're only down by 4.
Yeah, get a 2-for-1.
Assuming they make the extra points.
They are running the clock because that was declined, that penalty.
Beautiful play. Oh, wow.
Lobos brought the pressure
another
there.
Penalty.
This is going to go against Los Amigos, so we will get the clock stopped, and it looks like we're going to be half the distance to the goal.
Lobo defense not helping themselves out here.
Time's still an issue here. We've talked about this many times on the stream, that as you get backed up, it actually is an advantage to the defense because there is less space to cover. So this will be more difficult for Western Christian to pass down here this close to the end zone.
Yeah, they've done a better job with being able to spread out the field on this drive.
So again, a run might make more sense in this situation, but again, they cannot stop the clock at this point. Time is against them.
And they are right smack dab in the middle of the field. So no matter which way you go, you're running some clock here. Doolittle takes the snap, rolls out to his right, lets that one go, complete.
Inbounds, so he got out of bounds. So yeah, that'll bring up second and goal here. Again, we might see that a little bit more here, a little bit safer of an option when you have to pass at that point is rolling out. So we might see another rollout here in the next down or two.
15 seconds left to go here in the first half. Lobos 18, Lancers nothing, but Lancers on the verge of scoring here, ball at the 5-yard line, and they get the ball to start the second half, and they're going to have a lot of momentum if they can score here. This
would be detrimental for them if the Lobos can make a stop, so certainly a huge part of this game so far.
So let's hope the Lobos can make a stop here as the Lancers switch up their formation, going trips left, trips bunch left. Doolittle takes the snap, drops back, has some pressure. He gets taken down, lets it go. Incomplete. Wow, that's a IQ play there.
Absolutely. Great job by Doolittle. If he gets sacked there, this half is over. They don't get any points because they can't stop the clock. So great job for him. Certainly a dangerous play. If that's an interception, Los Amigos can return that for a touchdown potentially and make it even worse. But like you said, good high, great IQ play for there.
And we have a Lobo down on the field right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, this looks like a little bit more than a cramp. Hoping for the best here. Again, we want both teams to come out healthy.
Again, Doolittle, that's the second time we've seen him kind of save himself a sack there by letting the ball go or just making a smart play.
Well, again, so far, when I used to coach, I loved blitzing as a D coordinator, and I've noticed that every time Los Amigos is bringing 6, so that's their 4-down linemen, and then blitzing 2 other defenders, they have gotten through. No one is being able to stop them. So I'd love to see that the rest of this game, just have Los bring those 2 extra defenders, and let's see some sacks, some negative plays. Coach Mello out there checking in. Looks like that is Cruz, right?
That is number 22, so that's not good for the Lobos. He does a good job of balancing out Galindo when he's out there getting a breather on the sideline.
It looks like it might actually be a cramp. Looks like they're looking at his ankle or foot. This might be a calf cramp that's there, and they're just trying to work that out. We're hoping that's the case.
When we resume play, 9 seconds left to go in the half. 3rd down for Western Christian at the 5-yard line. They're looking to...
Yeah, not a good sign here for Cruz if he needs help coming off. It looks like we might have had a turn ankle maybe.
Again, brings back painful memories here, Dave. Painful memories.
Yeah, you would have liked to have 4 linemen help you off the basketball court, right, when you had that?
I would have.
Yeah, there we go. Look at that.
We
don't see that very often. They're not just helping them; they're carrying
them off. That's some team love right there.
Yeah, hopefully just a twisted ankle at this point, just a sprain. Hopefully nothing too serious or break or anything else. But
and again, hey, you want to save yourself for league play? I would say, rest it up for the rest of this game. Unless, things kind of take a turn here, but.
All right, so 9.8 seconds left. Again, Western Christian cannot stop the clock.
Got 4 wide receivers. Doolittle looking to his left, lets that go. That's going to be complete. It's going to be a
touchdown.
He dropped the ball?
Nah, touchdown. He crossed.
He hasn't signaled. Incomplete.
Oh, my goodness.
Whoa. Incomplete.
Oh, my goodness. That is a bad call.
We'll take it. 4th down.
That was a catch, and he
actually they're talking right now, so maybe they might.
We hear the NFL talk about make a football move. He made about 30 football moves and reached out to cross.
He's saying he knocked the ball out. Yeah. There's a touchdown. There we go.
And again, the Lobos fans won't like that, but that is the correct call. That was a touchdown there, and. Again, we don't want any excuses in a game about a missed call here and there, but certainly I believe that was the right call. We got 0.8 seconds left, so great ending there for the Lancers. Looks like they are
going for two, they're doing one of these goofy
I
little.
think it's the swinging gate. I think they will end up going for one, but they are going to come out here again. You're just seeing this now for the first time. They call that the swinging gate. They just check to make sure that it's covered, and then they come out and kick their extra point. So again, extra points could be big here. Russell Dunham
Snap is a little low.
Missed it.
Wow, there we go. Perfect. So here we go.
If there's one thing you want as a team, if you're having trouble with extra points, it's you want to make sure the other team has trouble with extra points too. So
0.8 seconds left to go. Anything can happen here.
Yeah, again, if I'm Western Christian,
you're not kicking it to anybody.
I'm not kicking to anybody. No, certainly not.
Yeah, 18-6, Lobos leading the Lancers. 0.8 seconds left to go here in the first half. Lobos return men at the 10-yard line. And we see here Cruz on the sideline getting worked on the trainer's table. His helmet's still on, so it's not one of those where he's taking his helmet off, kind of thinking that might be the end of the night.
Hoping for the best.
And nope, they squib it. It's going to go right out of bounds. So Lobos going to have one play.
And maybe you do a counter to Galindo, a toss to Galindo, just see what you can get.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Galindo can score from anywhere on the field. So I believe he broke a 70-yarder last week.
Again, he's been pretty sure-handed in terms of fumbles and turnovers, so not much of a risk there, I don't think.
He has, Dave, but if you run in shotgun right now, you'd have had some bad exchanges on the snap. So hopefully they just come out in I formation. Lobos with the ball at the 35-yard line, at their own 35-yard line. This will be the last play of the half, barring a penalty on the defense. And they're actually in trips right. Looks like they might be thinking about throwing the ball here, maybe going for the end zone. Lee drops back to pass, lets that one go, going to his left side. Good coverage, and that's going to end the first half. So after the first half, the Lobos holding on to a 12-point lead here against the Western Christian Fighting Lancers. You're tuned in Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School football. We're going to take a little break for halftime, but we will be back with you shortly. So we were going to take a little break, but you know what? We're going to skip that break. When you have someone as esteemed as our guest right now, you work through it. Right now in the booth with us, Orange County Register High School sports legend Dan Albano here in the booth. This is Dan. You're the highest profile guest that we've had here.
Hey,
and we'll get your mic down here. And actually, we'll flip the. Here we go. We'll flip them. Here we go. There we go.
Hey, thank you guys. Sorry about that. I'm honored to be with you guys.
Of course, Dan. So tell us, what have you liked so far in the first half here from Los Amigos, and maybe some things that you see that they might be able to improve on?
All right. Well, I like the ground attack for sure. Physical running, and I like some hard hitting from Los Amigos as well. They've had a couple of really big hits on kickoff coverage and some of their run defense. So they're looking physical on both sides of the ball.
There we go. So, Dave, you have. Again, highest profile guest. Do you have anything that you want to ask Dan? Now's the time.
No, I don't think anything on there. I think Dan and I have talked off there, and that's good. But again, certainly happy to have him here. For those of you that are watching, again, make sure that you're following along with Dan. He is on X or Twitter now, live, doing the game live on there with stats and videos. So make sure you follow him. He is OC Varsity guy. But yeah, certainly a legend here in Orange County. I know that Dan was around even when I was still playing. I know, David, when you were playing as well, too, covering high school sports. We are certainly proud and happy to have the OC Register and the OC Varsity particularly. I can tell you that from my experience, other areas are not covered like our area is covered. And that is a testament not just to the Register, but specifically to Dan and Steve Fryer.
Yep.
They have been around for so long, and they've done such a good job. So we are certainly happy and blessed to have them. Dan is a friend of the broadcast now, as we like to say.
Well,
And,
I'll say this. I'll say that a few years ago, he did tweet us out. He gave us a shout out. We were in here one of our first years, and I've been able to kind of talk to Dan on the phone and through email. During COVID, getting some of those updates.
That's right.
I work in the PIO office here at Garden Grove, so we've had a little bit of connection. So while we're up here, we've been talking a lot about this new landscape in high school football in Orange County. So tell us your thoughts and your feelings about how everything has kind of worked out with the whole competitive equity in the new leagues.
Yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of it. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I like the power rankings. I'm a numbers guy, so I like teams that should be playing each other, actually competing and having more competitive games. That's what I like. When I come out to a game on a Thursday and Friday night, I want to see a close game. That's about all I don't root for a team, of course.
Yeah.
But I always root for a competitive game, and I think this Cal Preps ranking is going to help bring out more competitive games. It's been a fun non-league season with a lot of excitement, but I think the real excitement is going to come in league where those computer rankings are going to place teams really in some tight situations that are games are going to come down to the end. Teams better have some good kickers maybe for some late field goals.
We're seeing
We see, for us, in our league, we've seen some troubles with kicking, or in our district, we've seen some troubles with kicking. So maybe they've got some time. They've got some time to kind of turn it around.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of nobody's kicked an extra point successfully tonight.
Yeah. No.
So that's something it's going to be big. I think those smaller details in these close games could come down to some PATs.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, talking about the new landscape, I guess we'll pick your brain on your opinion on this. Obviously, you have seen a wide variety of the league structure that we've had here, but one of the things that I know we've kind of complained about with this new structure, even though the competitive equity is going to be so great, is you kind of lose out on some traditional rivalries that you've had. And obviously, the way that football used to be is you were in a league based on geography of where you were, or based on school size. So how do you feel about that? Obviously, having covered games in the past, some great rivalries like Edison, Fountain Valley. I know they keep that game going, but what's your thoughts on that?
Well, I think those rivalries are really a special part of high school football and all high school athletics. You kids grow up wanting to play against their rival school, so that's important as much as possible to maintain. I don't think all the rivalries have survived. But it was a lopsided one in football. Was one that didn't survive was La Habra and Sonora. They're not playing.
Right.
And La Habra is dominated up in that Freeway League, which was a district league that got
just like ours. Yeah.
Essentially, got broke up. For Los Amigos, it's nice. At least that they're going to be playing like Rancho Alamitos in their league. That's a huge rivalry that goes back, many years for Orange County football. So a lot of the rivalries have survived, like Tustin and Foothill, like you mentioned, Edison, Fountain Valley. Modern day Servite are still playing if you like the private school rivalry. So I think most of them surprised, but I hope as much as possible, especially those district and those neighborhood rivalries, I hope they can continue.
Yeah, a little bit easier, I think, in football because the football leagues are changing after 2 years instead of 1 year like a lot of these conferences are. And so, again, that gives you a little bit more flexibility for scheduling out your non-league. And, again, I would love to see some of those traditional rivalries survive in the non-league. I know you have a Rancho grad here who would love to see that Rancho Grove rivalry rekindle itself. So,
of course, that one kind of like the La Habra Sonora, not on that level, but still, the last game was very competitive, but understandable why it would kind of break up. But hopefully, as the years go on, they kind of get closer and we see them, battle. Hopefully, for the league.
it's going to take the coaches, to talk and see what's best for the community and how they can attract some interest. But there's always that competitive equity side that you have to wonder about too. So, got to be good neighbors, good sportsmanship,
There we go.
and try to have instill these and put on these great games that a lot of local fans want to see.
Exactly. Dan, we want to thank you. We know you want to rest, get a little bit of breather here in halftime, but we thank you. We appreciate you for joining us and, for being here and covering Los Amigos. We appreciate you and Steve and Michael and David for always, showing us some love. We know that it's not Trinity League football, but there's some good stuff going on here in Garden Grove, and we thank you for coming out.
You got it. Thanks for having me on, guys. Thanks for the invite, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Dan. Yeah, again, make sure that you're following Dan, OC Varsity Guy. He is on Twitter, on X. He's on Instagram as well, too. And he will have stats and video that's out tonight, but also a game story. Make sure you're looking for that after the game. So, again, OC Varsity Guy, thanks, Dan. We always appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, and we'll join you back in a little bit. Now we'll take a little breather.
Hey there, David Mora.
Mr. Nurk, can you hear us? We're live on air right now. We got Dave here, Dave Mameli here. I don't know if you're tuned in right now, if you've been able to watch a little bit of the game here.
No, I haven't. We just got in the hotel. We're finally here, and I've been looking forward to making this call. The first thing I need from you guys is give me a score.
Okay, we got a score.
How about a guess? You got a guess
Yeah,
for us?
let's guess it. Here we go.
I'm guessing it's 14-12 Los Amigos at this point.
Well, we got good news. We got a better score for you. We got 18-6. Los is up at the half.
Okay, 18-6 at the half. All right, give me a rundown. I'm so curious of what's happening out there.
So I guess you can. I mean, you don't need to take more than two guesses to figure out that Isaac Galindo is a workhorse out there. He's got 3 TDs on the night here tonight and just doing a fantastic job. And
oh my goodness, again.
And Western Christian scored there with 0.8 seconds left to go in the first half. So the defense really did a swell job of keeping things in line. But Western Christian will be getting the ball here to start the second half. So the defense has a little bit of a challenge here to stop them to get that offensive ball back and hopefully extend this lead.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll take 18-6 at the half any day. Of course, that's a good number. Not over for sure. We knew this was going to be a tough game, but to be where we're at right now is a great situation.
Of course, I just want to say so. Los Amigos principal Todd Nurk here on the phone with us from Utah. My dad actually asked if you were going to be on the stream here tonight. Just a little bit ago, he texted. He enjoys when you're here on the stream with us, as do we. We love having you, and of course. Who better to have as our first phone guest than Mr. Nurk, right?
Well, yeah, that is dedication from Mr. Nurk. I can tell you that he's putting a little pressure on the other principals here in our district. Having to rise to his level.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, I love it. I mean, ever since the inception of this idea of getting Garden Grove sports on the air, is just the greatest thing ever. And you guys have taken to it and have done such a classy job. And so the idea to come on the show initially, I was all for it, and it's just been so fun every time. And it's a great way to add to the broadcast, hopefully, and enjoy the kids' performance out there.
And Mr. Nurk, Dennis Dierk, of course the clock operator here.
Oh, yeah.
He wanted to mention that Los Amigos is higher than Garden Grove in the CalPreps rankings, and he said that he's calling it the Nurk effect. So he's giving you the credit here, and I have to say, he might have something.
Well, I don't know. I think it's maybe a lucky circumstance there, but the Garden Grove. I mean, my time at Grove, we had some amazing teams there, and there's always fluctuations, ups and downs, in the course of every program, of course, right now. And for us even to be there, kind of in the same breath with them at this point this year is really amazing. It's a great thing. But we've just put together such an incredible year. I think I know we started out and we beat Santiago over there at Michael A. Monsoor in the first game, and it's like, okay, maybe we have something because we're coming off of a great year last year, and we knew we had a good team coming back. But what we've done since with I think Silver Valley, and then the University game in particular, we lost the University last year at their place, and they were really tough, and this year we completely turned the tables. So that's when we started to think whoa, maybe we got really something special here. And we just continued on. Nogales last week, we took care of business there. And we knew this was a tough opponent tonight. And to be ahead of Western Christian right now is amazing.
Yeah, I agree with you, Todd. I think that you are 100% right. I think that we are in the midst of a special season here. And it's great for us to be able to watch that. We're hoping that the Lobos can continue their trajectory and stay healthy. But certainly a great start so far.
Definitely, I said it earlier, and I don't want to have to keep saying it too much because I know I'm not gonna make people happy. But I'm picking Los Amigos to take league here. They're looking really good, and I know that Rancho game in a few weeks is going to be huge. But I think they might just have the edge this year.
Well, I got to ask you a question there. Have you guys seen Coach Enright tonight? Is he Is he sitting around Michael A. Monsoor right now?
No, we haven't seen him, and I haven't got a text from him yet. But I'm sure he's watching the game.
Oh, I know he's gonna be checking that out some way or other. But yeah, that's gonna be an incredible game. Rancho, they're so tough, and of course, there's 4 other teams in the conference too. But that's shaping up to be a pretty special game. What do we got? 3 weeks to go, or 3 or 4 maybe for that.
Two weeks.
We've got Thursday night game.
We've got it circled. We're ready. We'll be here.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, that's a game that has proved to be an important game the last couple of years. Again, it's become its own little rivalry there, and certainly the league title has run either through Rancho or Los Amigos for the last couple of years.
Yeah, and with the way our league is this year, we're going to be right there with them, I think, too. So this. Boy, that's going to be a big ball game to be a part of right there. I was talking to Coach Galbraith and Coach Sandro. Those guys always keeping me up to date with the rankings and so on. They said we're right in the mix right now with Pacifica as far as like in their ranking within the Southern Tier. Is that correct?
Oh yeah. So,
and you guys seen Pacifica play? Like I'm curious. What's your impressions of that?
I think and we can definitely be. We can be real here. I think once you get to league play, you're going to see that number kind of maybe spread out just a tad bit. But yeah, Pacifica's at negative 12.7, Los Amigos at negative 14.9, and I think it's the way Los Amigos has been winning these games. They have high scoring outputs, and maybe the few losses by Pacifica have kind of brought things closer together. But yeah, it's exciting. It's definitely exciting to see. It's exciting to see Rancho also kind of up there too, and Grove a little bit lower. But to see how this new, how we're paying attention to the rankings now, how things are just kind of shifting.
Right. It's the way we've done it so far is the formula has been really amazing. We run the ball so well. We got the big guys up front, and I'll tell you, we got a lot of really skilled offensive linemen that are great athletes out there too, and they move well. And of course, our running backs are phenomenal. Galindo's going crazy. I'm sure Cruz is getting some carries out there.
Fumble.
Big sack here by the Lobos brings up 4th down.
Nice. So we had great running back, great, and Javen Lee can throw the ball, and we got receivers out there, and then on defense, we got so much speed on the corners, and we tackle so well. That's kind of the thing that I've noticed this year. I was talking to Jacob Delgado, number 5 out there, cornerback. He playing special teams too, and talking about his game and how locked in and dialed in he is, and so many plays for negative yardage we've seen this year because of good tackling on the corners in particular. We've been strong up front, forcing them wide, and it's been awesome to see that. So
yeah,
it's been legit, in these games. We've done some amazing things.
Yeah, we mentioned that tonight in the first half that, Los has had a number of great fills from their secondary that have come up and made some great tackles, some for loss. But we mentioned that, and again, when you go back and look at the stream, you're going to see some very big hits from the Lobos on defense and on special teams.
Yeah, yards are tough to come by right now, So this is, it's not been smoke and mirrors, We really have some great football.
Great punt return here by Galindo, going to get the ball in Western Christian territory. Yeah, Mr. Nurk, you got to go back and watch that first half. We had a down Albano here during halftime, and he mentioned just the great hits that the Lobos have been putting on the Lancers here tonight.
Oh, that's neat. And then did Galindo score from long range again, or did he was it a little bit shorter?
So the Lobos have been having some really good methodical drives, getting some 4 yards, 9 yards, 10 yards. So a lot of them have been within that 10-yard range. But again, we're expecting him at any moment to just break one of those long runs because he does have that firework power.
One of the best high school football player I ever saw play was Mikey Carrillo back in my first year at Garden Grove High School, 18-19. He was the kind of guy that, he had incredible speed, incredible power. And when he was a running back, he played middle linebacker or outside linebacker also. And when he found a little glimpse, a little bit of daylight, it was over. He was getting all the way.
Speaking of big runs, Galindo looking to make one here at the 20. Gets brought down at the 15-yard line, so Lobos cooking on this drive here so far.
And that's the same thing I see from Isaac Galindo. Once he gets a little bit of a seam, he's just on another level with that speed out there. And so far, nobody on defense has really been able to match him so far that we played this year.
Yeah, Western Christian having a tough time of it tonight here, and we didn't mention Raul Cruz, who was doing a good job here in the first half. He's actually out of the game with what looks like maybe a lower leg injury. So Galindo right now really being counted on to carry the ball here for the Lobos.
Well, Cruz turned that ankle in the fourth quarter late last week against Nogales. He ended up the game with the ice. Looked like it was on the outside of his, I want to say, left ankle. So I'm worried maybe.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. I think that's exactly what happened. Is it's probably that same ankle, same injury. They were looking at his left foot, so probably a re-aggravation of that. And hopefully, again, he's able to play next week.
Yeah, and we have somebody back. We got Regalado back now, and he plays both. He plays tackle and he plays tight end. I mean, this is a great athlete with great. Nogales. We just focused on Giovanni just.
Looks like we're losing you here a little bit, Mr. Nurka, as what tends to happen sometimes on these calls.
Losing your connection here. Okay.
So just, Mr. Nurka, we'll let you go. Hopefully you can tune in and watch a little bit of the second half, but we thank you for joining us, and we'll definitely see you in a few weeks for that Rancho Los Amigos stream.
Count on it for sure. Can't wait, guys. We'll have a great rest of the game. Thanks for the updates, and keep up the great work.
There we go. Thank you, sir.
All right, take care, guys.
Yeah, great feature there, obviously, with the phone call that we have. But, again, Mr. Nurk, Todd Nurk, the principal for Los Amigos, just such a great guy. Really a value and a testament to Los Amigos. But very well liked, and we love him here on the broadcast. He is very knowledgeable for a principal, for sure.
Definitely. And, text me right away. He's like, hey, I'm not going to be there. And I said, hey, you know what? We've been thinking of doing a phone call. And he said, hey, I'm game. I'm game. Let's do it. So, of course, we had to go ahead and do it as the Lobos score one more time here, 24-6.
I believe that was Javen Lee. I believe that was a quarterback keeper there. So somebody besides Galindo is on the board here, but great opening drive for the Lobos. Again, as we were talking to Mr. Nurk there, his presence maybe inspired them.
Oh, yeah, and that big stop by the defense on Western Christian's first drive. So, and that looks like that's good. We got, no. Oh, wide right. Wide left.
I thought that was good too.
It went wide.
We got a replay on that. Let's see. Let's double check this.
Let's see if it got it in time. There it is. Oh yeah, perfect timing here. But it looked good to me. Almost blocked.
Oh, just outside.
Yeah, just outside.
That was very close. Looks like the right call, though. We were that close to having our first extra point of the game. But you look at the score. What's the score here? 24.
24. So, Western Christian getting 2 safeties here to make it 10?
Yeah, maybe. Again, we're talking about the Cal Preps prediction. Again, Cal Preps, where we get all these numbers for playoffs and for leagues. Well loved by the coaching staffs because they're so accurate, and they predicted this game to be a 24-10 Lobo win, and here we are at 24-6.
Of course, we'd love to see the Lobos score over 30 points as they've done every game so far this season. This kick not fielded cleanly, picked up at about the 15-yard line. Tackle made at about the 26 or so, or actually 23 or 24.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind, obviously, as we would end up on the right side of this, but I think those in the know are always secretly rooting for that 35-point margin where we can get a running clock in the fourth quarter. So we're a ways away from that at this point, but I would certainly welcome some more Lobo scoring here. Definitely,
get them up there, get that ranking a little bit higher. I'd love to see them actually overtake Pacifica here. That would be awesome to see. Doolittle rolling out to his left side, flag on the play, most likely holding, incomplete pass.
Yeah, again, thrown by the side judge here. I think you're right. This is going to be a hold that'll back them up. Going to replay that down. We're going to end up with 2nd and 20.
That's huge, especially this far back in their own territory. Good for the Lobos, though, because now this Western Christian offense is definitely going to be in a passing mindset. Shout out to everyone in the chat. I see Kaylin dropping in earlier. Not sure if she's still tuned in. Hopefully she's doing her homework and taking care of her academics first. You are tuning in Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics high school football. Only game in the county here tonight. Lobos ahead of the Lancers 24-6. Doolittle, right side pass. That's complete. Nice takedown there. Tackle made by, I believe, number 24 or 14. 14, Amari Maddox.
So that was actually first down there, so we had a first and 20.
Second down there, Stefan.
Yeah, second and 13 here.
Go second, there we go. We were fooled too. I don't know what happened there. So yeah, like Dave said, second down in 13. So not a bad chunk of yards here for them to get.
Again, we mentioned this in the first half, the mixed that Los Amigos has had and the pressure that they had. That last play, they only rushed 3 and they dropped 8. We've seen this play already from Western Christian.
Screen pass over to the left side. Beautifully read by the Lobos.
I believe that was the first play of the game for Western, so they've returned to that. Again, brings up a 3rd and long. I think we will most likely see some pressure here from Los Amigos.
Lobos have been able to get into that backfield relatively quickly on a few plays here tonight. Rushing Doolittle, but he's done a really good job of protecting the football and getting the ball out at the right time to avoid those sacks. Empty backfield for Doolittle. I wonder what they're going to do here, Dave. Lobos rush 3. That's going to be beautifully read.
Yeah, again, Lobos, as Mr. Nurk mentioned earlier on his phone call here, again, great tackling there. You know, that play is obviously meant to have a quick throw out and make one guy miss and see if you can get some extra yardage, but when you can't make one guy miss, it doesn't work out. So great job by the Lobos tackling tonight. Again, as Mr. Nurk said, tackling all season. If you're able to run the ball like they are on offense and you're able to tackle on defense, that is always a recipe for success. Little confusion here from the Lancers on their punt.
It's a nice punt. Let's see if it can take it took a Western Christian bounce. That was a good punt there. Ball rolls out of bounds at the Los Amigos 31-yard line or so. So that's where they're going to take over on downs. 6 minutes and 22 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. This one going by a little bit quicker than the second quarter, mirroring the first quarter there a little bit. I think Lobos can get a score here, then they can kind of play a clock management game and kind of grind some, chew some clock.
Yeah, I think we might just see more of the same for them. Maybe no huddle or up tempo or anything, but I think their run game so far has been gone according to plan, and that's a good way to chew clock as well. As again, we've seen that toss play, we've seen that a lot in the first half. And again, I think we're going to see a lot more of the same. Obviously, we're not tracking stats here at this point, but I would say, you can give me your opinion, I would say Los is probably at a 90-10 clip in terms of run pass.
Yeah, we haven't seen them pass too many times. I can only think of maybe, like, off the top of my head, maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah, so
and 2 of them came on the same drive there at the end of the first half. But again, why are you going to pass when your run game is doing a fantastic job? Your linemen are doing a great job getting off the ball and winning that battle.
Good job there by Western Christian, again, stretching that play out. We mentioned that earlier on the broadcast. If you can do that where those plays are designed to run inside the blockers, if you can stretch them out and tackle them with pursuit, you're going to have success there. So certainly successful on that one for the Lancers. We do have a 3rd and long. Let's see the response that we get here from the Lobos. What kind of pass they're going to have from here.
Of course, allowing a lot of this time to kind of go off. No reason to rush. No reason to, not use up all the time that you can here. Lee going to keep it himself to the left side.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that was designed there. That might have been a broken play that he just improvised at that point.
If I'm coach, I'm calling that one a design play because he got a nice chunk of yards on the play. That brings up 4th and short.
You always got to take the credit, right?
So 4th down and about 1 yard here. And, of course, 4 down territory, so let's see what they do here.
Hard count. There it is.
They got him. They didn't call it again, Dave. They let him go.
They haven't called that all night on either team. But, yeah, the oldest play in the book is that hard count. Everyone knows it's coming. It's hard to have.
Sneak,
Ooh,
first
wow.
down. Oh.
Did not get it.
Wow.
Did not get it. He's going to be short.
Western Christian getting a good push off the line there.
Yeah, good momentum change for them. They're going to end up with great field position, obviously. See if they measure this, but you can tell that by the spot, this is short. Oh,
whoa, wow. This referee crew's they've had some, okay.
I do not know about that, and you can see that ball is short of that line. So there was some funny movement there, but we'll take it, I guess.
Yeah.
Wow.
Western Christian did get a good reversal earlier, to get that touchdown, but wow. First down, Los Amigos. Lee takes it himself around the right side. I think we can hear the Western Christian coaching staff from the top of the booth here.
Are they happy with that? I don't think so.
They were not happy. That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Yeah, I think that even with that, even if it was that close to not have a measure, I think the Lancer coaches might have a legitimate gripe with that.
The only way and the best way for Los Amigos to silence that is, of course, just keep scoring and keep stopping them.
Just keep going, yeah. Just keep running the ball down.
Pitch over to Galindo, left side. First down, still on his feet. Still on his feet.
Yeah, again, that's what is so great about Galindo is even on a run like that, as we're watching that happening, we're thinking, hey, if he makes this one-man miss, he could be gone. That is the threat that he has every time. If he can make the right guy miss, he can burst into that speed and be gone.
Lobos now with the ball at the Western Christian 42-yard line, I formation here. Pitch out left side, Galindo. Takes it back inside, still on his feet. Tough runner to take down. He gets a gain of about 8 yards on the play.
Certainly a valued stat, especially in the NFL. Not tracked as much in high school, but yards after contact.
Yep.
Galindo's got to have a very high number with that tonight.
I think what we've seen with the better backs, of the teams that we've covered, they've been able to get the second effort, the third effort, where they're just bouncing off and rolling out and able to get slip past guys.
Yeah, one of the games we covered, again, I want to make sure I mention this. I know Coach Guess will be mentioning this a lot. We've been talking about, our excitement of seeing the Rancho Los Amigos game and excited to see, hey, if they're both undefeated. This Los Amigos team plays Ocean View next week. We saw Ocean View against Bolsa Grande, and to your point there, they were a great running team where they kept their feet moving. That is certainly going to be a test for Los Amigos. Again, we came away pretty impressed with that Ocean View team. So I know Coach Guess is going to be talking to his team, assuming that this game continues as is and they're going to get a win, that, you cannot look past Ocean View into that Rancho game. Obviously, we can as fans, we can as broadcasters, we can look past that, but you can't do that as a team. So that Ocean View team is certainly going to present a challenge next week for Los Amigos. I do think that Los is better than them, but they're not anybody to be looked past.
No, their record doesn't say it, but they did play tough last week. That was their first win of the season, but they played a higher caliber of opponent in their non-league. So definitely preparing them for league, and I think, like Dan mentioned, and like we've mentioned throughout our broadcasts, is the leagues are going to be very competitive. There's not a clear-cut favorite. There might be slight favorites where you feel like a team has the edge, but it's not like a team's going to be a 2 or 3 touchdown favorite going into any of these games the next 5 weeks.
No, the leagues are structured so that in order to win, you have to play well. If you have an off night and you do not play well, you are probably going to lose that game. And again, the way that the leagues were before, sometimes you can just be more talented than that team and you can squeak by without playing well, but that's not the case anymore. You have to play well week in and week out.
Lobos in shotgun formation here. Lee fakes a handoff, keeps it to the right side. He's at the 30, the 25, the 20.
Got a flag down. This is going to end up coming back, yeah.
Hart getting away from the player there and then just taking a little seat there at the bottom of your screen there at the right. But that flag brings it back. Nice run by Lee. He was going to have the first down and some good field position, but they're going to get pushed back. It's going to probably make it well, it depends on where the foul is and what the foul is, right?
Yeah, it looks like when it's close to the line of scrimmage as it is here, they just typically go 10 yards back from line of scrimmage, but we've been a little off on the spot here on this drive, so who knows. But yeah, that's what it looks like we're going to end up with is about a 2nd and 12. Well, we'll see if they run the same play again. Coach Guess has done that a couple times tonight.
I was going to say, hey, it worked the first time. Let's see if you can get it going again.
Again, the Lobos have done that a couple times tonight, having Adrian Ramirez in at quarterback, switching back and forth with Javen Lee. Javen Lee is back in now.
Lee takes a snap, drops back to pass, gets that one go. That's complete.
Flores
still on his feet. First down, still on his feet. Driving, gets taken down at the 25-yard line.
Another great example there. So again, Flores probably hit by 5 defenders at that point and not going down on that. A lot of yards after contact. The Lobos are great at keeping their feet going. And again, that's a big key to success. If you can be hit and gain an extra 5 yards, 6 yards, you are going to win games.
Lobos going up tempo again, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage. They're letting the clock go, though, so rushing, but not in a hurry to run a play here. Lee keeps it himself around the left side, gets the first down.
Yeah, what we see a lot of times with these teams is they'll run no huddle, and they have no intention of running a play quick. They just want to get set up in a formation. The coaches are going to read how the defense is reacting to that formation, and then based on that read, that's when they're going to make their play call. So you've seen that a lot in college football. We've seen it trickle down to high school football where, again, no huddle is not really about going fast. No huddle is about get the defense set with what they're going to do, and then we decide what we want to do at that point. Do have an injury here for the Lancers. That's stopped our play here. We got 33 seconds left in the third quarter.
So Lobos now ball at the 14-yard line, looking to put this one into the end zone and extend this lead. You know, if you're Western Christian ball, you know, fourth quarter is about to be here. Now you're kind of in desperation mode, or maybe you're not. But I think we're going to see them kind of pick up the tempo just like they did at the end of the first half. And they had a lot of success there at the end of the first half, getting out there running and throwing the football. So let's see if that's something they try to do here whenever they get the ball back. But before that, Los Amigos has the ball, hoping to score another touchdown to extend this lead. The Western Christian player being helped off the field there. Looks like number 10, I believe, Marco Beltran.
Yeah, it looks like an ankle injury here.
Week 5 of the high school football season here. Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School Football. Game 1 of the week for us here. Tomorrow we will be back right here at Monsoor Stadium to cover Santiago hosting Gabrielino. Santiago looking to bounce back from their 38-0 defeat last week against Estancia.
Yeah, as we mentioned, again, they are favored in that game according to Cal Preps. Looks like Cal Preps thinks it'll be a close game, but 24-20 is Cal Preps' prediction for that. So tune in tomorrow, see if we can get maybe a clean sweep on the week of our GGUSD teams.
We would love that. Definitely. Let's get back-to-back W's.
Yeah, we talked about that. I don't know if we talked about it on the air tonight, but again, we have 3 undefeated teams in our district. It's been quite some time that we've been in week 5 of the season and had 3 undefeated teams. But obviously, again, here with the Los Amigos Lobos, we have the Rancho Alamitos Vaqueros as well, and then the La Quinta Aztecs, all undefeated at this point.
Yeah, so we could be going into that week where Rancho plays Los Amigos, and they're undefeated, and hopefully La Quinta's undefeated, and they have 3 teams undefeated. Of course, they got to get through the next week, but we're hoping that our teams can get the job done and go into that week 7-0 or
Yeah.
7-0.
Again, Rancho will have some tests as well between now and then. They play Corona tomorrow night, and I believe they play Estancia the following week.
I believe they do open up against Estancia, and we'll see that a lot too as we go on, and the non-league schedules for the non-Sigma teams include a lot of Tango teams.
Right.
You had Estancia last week playing Santiago. Then you had Bolsa playing Ocean View, which is another Tango Sigma team.
Yeah, again, we have La Quinta. Again, we assume is going to get a win against Compton Early College, and then their biggest game of the year. Still going. Wow.
Look at that push.
But yeah, La Quinta's biggest game of the year, even if it's not for a league title, which it could be, but it's going to be that Bolsa Grande game, which is next week as well.
Oh, yeah, by the way, we will be covering that game. That's a no-brainer for us. That's a big rivalry game. A lot of those players went to the same elementary schools, maybe same intermediate schools, same neighborhoods. They probably see each other around a lot. So
yeah, I would say at this point in our history here, not necessarily history, but this point in the present, that is our best rivalry in the district, is Bolsa La Quinta across the board in every sport.
yeah. Lee keeps it himself around the left side, makes
Touchdown.
a nice hit, gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Amigos, as they extend this lead.
I believe that's Lee's 3rd touchdown. His 3rd touchdown run, yeah.
Wow, there we go. So Lee over there in a little battle with Galindo.
Yeah, I believe Lee has 3 rushing touchdowns and Galindo has 3 as well.
I'm going to call it right now. They're going to make this PAT. If he goes for it, if he goes for the kick here. Let's see what coach decides to do. But, of course, at this point, you got a nice, comfortable lead. But who knows? Looks like the offense is actually going out there.
They are going for it, yeah.
So Lobos with trips bunch right here, looking to get this 2-point conversion. Lee throws it. Oh, off the hands of number 88, Kevin Centeno. But nonetheless, Lobos 30, Western Christian 6. 11 minutes left to go here in the game. I want to say that it's all but over. Of course, stranger things have happened, but Western Christian is going to have to get something going on this drive if they want to have a chance at possibly even sniffing winning this game. Again, don't forget to follow us on YouTube, on Instagram and Twitter, and Facebook, actually, at GGUSD Athletics. Not Twitter, on X, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know what? I think we're off on our touchdowns here. We'll see if we can get some help with this. But I think Javen Lee, that is his 3rd rushing touchdown. I think Galindo has 1, and I believe the other was Adrian Ramirez.
Okay. We need a stats person to kind of help us out here. I've tried to do it, and I lose track after the 2nd drive.
Well, again, we don't have those live here, but as we mentioned, check in with Dan Albano. He'll have stats after this game in his story.
Flag on the play.
Fumble,
But there's a flag. If it doesn't go against the Lobos, that's a touchdown, but let's see. They're not even signaling touchdown.
No, there's some confusion here, but that is a live play. It looks like there is no flag. Looks like he waved that off potentially.
So let's see what is going on here. The cheerleaders are running like it's a touchdown. Lobos are posturing like they're going to go for an extra point.
It is. That's a touchdown. Call from the white hat there. Looked like that flag was maybe mistakenly thrown.
Wow. There we go. Los Amigos. We don't have the PAT. It's a PAT right now, but and actually I'll go ahead and we'll manually here. We'll go old school. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. PAT. We did it manually. Now let me go ahead.
All is right now.
All is right. There we go. 36-6. What a turn of events here. Lobos again going for 2.
Fingers crossed. Let's get an extra point here.
Here we go. First one of the night. Got a lot of time. He's going to get it.
We got it.
2-point conversion. All right. There we go.
First extra point of the night for either team.
Round of applause there. So Los Amigos now sitting pretty, Dave. Looking good.
Again, as I mentioned earlier, always looking at margin right now. We are at a margin of 32, so the Lobos are up 32 points. Once they hit that 35 mark, we will see a running clock. Not sure if we'll get there or not, but just something to remember.
They were able to get their 3 out of the 4 games they've played so far this season. Lobo faithful making some noise here. So again, shattering the Cal Preps prediction. Cal Preps had this game at 24-10. Lobo defense taking some offense to that, saying, nope, they're not going to get 10 on us. Lobo offense said, you know what, we're going to try and double that up here.
Offsides.
That's a first.
Well, it wouldn't be a kickoff on our stream without some issues,
Without
right?
some shenanigans. Is it like many of our games have been, you know, for the most part, this game looked like it was going to be close.
Well, yeah. Let me comment on that. As after this, we'll see what we get here. Yeah, we've mentioned a couple times about how Los Amigos might be in the midst of a special season here, and that is something that you see when things just are going your way, is even the games that you think are going to be close, you just end up running away with them. That lets you know that, hey, we do have something kind of special here. We got a great mix of players, a great mix of circumstances that are coming out, and again, as I mentioned earlier, this is Coach Guest saying, hey, we think this is going to be our biggest test of the year so far, and if at this point the biggest test of the year is a 38-6 in the 4th quarter, this is a special Lobos team for sure.
Oh, yeah. 10 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in this 4th quarter. Well, Lobo is holding on barely to a 38-6 lead here.
I'm just excited we got the extra point. I'm happy.
That was, I think that elicited the biggest reaction from us the whole night. Western Christian, of course, probably just going to be looking to pass the ball here. Lobos, and again, there he is again. Doolittle getting rid of that one.
Yeah, this is Potts, I believe, for the Lancers. Again, Potts has had a couple big plays tonight.
Potts shaking up on that hit.
Yeah, it's the tight end there, but just coming across. Great connection there between Potts and Doolittle. But as you mentioned, yeah, he is a little shaken up.
Again, trainer looking at the leg there. Hopefully he just got a little stinger there, a little Charlie horse.
It's going to walk off in its own power, so that's good news.
There we go. Potts a pretty big athlete out there. Looks like he's even taller than his coach there.
Yeah, no listed height or weight, but certainly not a surprise that he's playing tight end on offense.
Yeah, well, definitely he's got the prototypical tight end look. Brings up second down for Western Christian. What could have been a big loss ended up being a nice gain. They only have 3 yards to go here to get the first down. Maybe 4. Yeah, we'll call it 3. Doolittle getting ready to take the snap. Oh! Either way, big play by the Lobos there. A little bit of extracurriculars there after the game, and we've got a flag, and it's probably going to be on Los Amigos the way that referee glared over at the Lobos.
Yeah, you can't have this. This game, that play in the grand scheme of the game doesn't matter. And again, you do not want to give them free yards, but you also don't want to run the risk of getting kicked out, because if you do get ejected from a game, you are also ejected from the next game as well. So again, we do have an unsportsmanlike against Los Amigos. They do track those now in football, where if you get 2 unsportsmanlikes, you would be ejected from the game.
Buy 2, get 1 free suspension.
Yeah. See Coach Guest there talking to the official. I believe that's Rick Langemeyer, our official tonight. Oh, I think also he might be the assigner, I think, for flag football maybe.
Oh.
So somebody that is out there doing multi-sports as well. Again, we always appreciate our officials. We know sometimes they get things wrong, but for the most part, they do a great job. Obviously, when they do have a mistake, it gets publicized. But as we've seen in this football game tonight, Western Christian and Los Amigos have all made mistakes, and you know, they don't get as publicized as much. But we are certainly happy with our officials. We have a great group here in Orange County, and love the job that they do.
And much credit to them. They did get the call right there at the end of the first half to give Western Christian their touchdown after it was ruled incomplete, which even up here kind of surprised us. Fake by Doolittle, that's complete. It's going to be 20-10. They're going to score on this one.
Yeah, great move there by Russell Dunham. So again, just a nice little quick slant there from Doolittle to Dunham, but Dunham caught on the run, made one pivot move there, and he was gone. So great move, great explosive play, and the Lancers find some success.
38-12 here, 9 minutes and 52 seconds left to go.
Let's run the swinging gate. Let's throw it out to him.
I want to see the 11 in one line, like Michigan ran that one year.
The A11, yeah.
There you go.
So again, we will get an extra try point. I believe did Did their first one get blocked? Is that how they missed? Or he just missed, right?
He just missed, yeah.
I will root for the extra point.
I'm going to root for it too. I want to see one kick go through the uprights.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
it's blocked. All right, we'll take that too.
Well, if you know, if we score non-traditionally as well too, the Lobos are still winning tonight. If all we do is count the extra points that have been converted, it's Los Amigos 1 and Western Christian 0. So Los Amigos still winning on that front.
Yeah. You see Nelly and Hart there, a little tuckered out. It's been a long day for both.
Yeah, they are by far the most famous entities in our district, I would say, or maybe the most loved.
I suppose we'll give a shout out to Officer Link and Officer Mija there, their handlers who do a great job supporting our campuses.
Yeah, love seeing them out. Both of them good football fans. If you ever had a chance to interact with them, they will be able to talk some good football with you.
Officer Link, a big-time Kansas City Chiefs fan.
A big-time man, too. He's a big guy.
Yeah, he's
talked about tight end size. He's got tight end size for sure.
He's hard to miss.
Looks like the Lancers going for onside kick here.
Hey, why not?
It get you some practice at this point. Again, I would say the game is secured for the Lobos, but gives you an opportunity to work on some things. Same for the Lobos. They can work on their onside recovery. Hands team. Good kick.
Oh, nice. And they may have got that, or did it go out of bounds?
And it didn't go 10 yards. So, again, that's exactly what you wanted. The only thing with that is it didn't go the 10 yards. So, even if they had touched it, it would have been Los Amigos ball. But
they had a good angle on that.
That is
football.
exactly what you want to see in an onside kick is you want to see it take a couple small bounces and then spike up in the air so you have a chance to go jump and get that.
You know what, Dave? The ball might not have gone 10, but the players did.
Yes.
So if they would have been able to reach to get that, I think that would have been their ball. Well, that's one of those, once in a lifetime kind of things you see. Los Amigos ball at going to be the 35-yard line or 45?
Yeah, we'll see if we start to see any substitutions for the Lobos. Right now it doesn't look like that. Looks like we still have our first team guys in for the most part.
Looks like Galindo might not be in the game, so they might be subbing in. Running back is now in there. Running back looks like number 13, I believe. Don't have that, but that's definitely number 13. Secret weapon. They don't want to let his name out there.
Quarterback counter.
That's actually 18. We have that.
You said you were sure.
I'm never sure, Dave. Alexis Marcelo. And then they're at running back. See these glasses? They're not, these aren't like, those cool glasses.
There you go. Yeah, get Vincent the binoculars.
I know. I tell you what, those binoculars don't help me out either. I need a 40-inch TV in here.
Well, you got to get prescription binoculars too, right?
Yeah. Pistol formation here for the Lobos. Hand off to Marcelo over the right side there. So Lobos, just going to run this football. Take some time off the clock.
Yeah, let's see. This is probably my last drive up here before I go down. Again, we're going to end up with a good victory picture here for the Lobos.
An excited one.
Hopefully this is my last drive. We can end with a score.
We haven't mentioned it, but this would be the first time that the Lobos have gone undefeated this far into a season since, I'm thinking, 1994 or so. I believe that's what I sent over.
That would be a good guess if you said that. Yeah, 1994. Yeah. So,
which they went 10-2 on the year, and they went 4-1 or 5-1 in league. So I think it's safe to assume that they.
Yeah, we've had some history making football here the last couple years. Again, Bolsa Grande the last couple years had some great football that they haven't seen since the 1980s, and so we love to see that. But again, here, Los Amigos, again, securing the win tonight, being 5-0, first time since the 90s, since before any of these kids were born.
Yeah. And if not, then it was somewhere in the 83. Because it depends. Back then, the Garden Grove League had 7 teams, so they wouldn't go 5 non-league games in a row. They would go. It
Right.
depends on where you were in the rotation. So they could have, went 3 games and then a league game and maybe lost to Rancho. But I'm assuming that it was later on in the year.
Right. And again, Los has had some great teams, even between 94 and now.
Yeah.
So this is certainly a great feat for them. Looks like we have a timeout. I think that's a Lobo timeout.
Of course, Lobos are 4th and 1. So Coach Mallow wanted to try and see if he can get the play drawn up that's going to get him the first down.
I'm going to guess we're going to see a hard count. Still will see a play, but we're going to see a hard count here.
And let's see if they can get it called this time, because there have been a few times where they have gone into the neutral zone.
Yeah, they haven't called that, but to be fair to the referees, they haven't called it for both teams.
Yeah.
Again, we've seen a lot of what we thought was people crossing, and again, they have a better look than we do, but at least they've been consistent. I think they're going to kick it.
Oh, yeah, why not? Get your kicker some practice, right? This would be,
They are, yeah.
yeah, 40, 1, 2. Whoa.
They are. They're gonna attempt this.
That's a 49-yard field goal, if I'm not mistaken.
Nope, I was wrong. I'm not
Okay.
kicking. I thought I heard T and have them come out, but they weren't doing that. They tricked me. First
Oh,
down.
they got the first down and some. There we go.
Yeah, that's Adrian Ramirez there on the keep.
That would have been, talk about record breaking. That probably would have broke a record if they would have kicked a 50-yarder.
I'm a sleeper agent for the Lobos. I was just trying to get Western Christian a little confused there.
There we go. Well, what you're doing is whoever's watching this stream, that when they're scouting the Lobos, they might look at that and be, oh, Dave knows.
Well, yeah, if they had kicked that, though, yeah, that would have been a 50-yard field goal. Talk about the last time that we had a 50-yard field goal in GGUSD.
Oh, man. It's been... I don't know. Norm Johnson?
Norm Johnson, probably, yeah.
Oh, Marcelo taking the hit from the backside, but doing a good job running that football. Brings up second down here for the Lobos. Oh, second down and 4. These clock guys. And we go to, we have someone supporting all the way from Arizona. It's the beauty of the streams, is anyone can watch from anywhere at any time. They had a guy in the backfield, but he couldn't make the play. Lobos get the first down.
Yeah, you can hear the Western Christian coaches screaming counter as the play is going on, so they're trying to employ their team. Saying, we know it's been coming all game. Again, a testament to the Lobos that even when the team knows what's coming and they can't stop it.
I was about to say, hey, you can know it's coming, but you still have to stop it. Now under 6 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. Lobos 38, Western Christian 12. Lobos defense, I don't want to jinx it, but has not given up more than 14 points at any game, at any point this season. So I'm sure they're looking to try and preserve that. Look at that, slippery running, touchdown Lobos.
Ramirez.
Flag on the play though.
I think this might be a face mask, and we might have another penalty here. I think that player might have thrown the flag back at the referee.
Well, the Lobos at every penalty tonight have been handing the flag back to the referees. Personal foul, face mask. Yeah, he's going to.
So that'll be a decline. That'll count. Again, Ramirez, I think that's his second touchdown tonight for Ramirez.
Of course, he's asking coach when he wants the penalty yardage should be applied. We'll apply it on the kickoff, it looks like, if we can.
Yeah, post play. So again, after that ball crossed the goal line, so you're right, they get to either apply it to the PAT or to the kickoff.
That means Western Christian probably won't even get to return this football with the way the Lobo kicker can kick.
We're going to see a traditional PAT
here. We go. Here we go. And it's oh man,
it's okay. The Lobos are still up 1-0 when it comes to extra points.
It's still good. 44-12 Lobo lead.
All right, I'm going to head on down again. I think this game is well secure now for the Lobos. They will move on to 5-0, and so I will go down. I'm going to get a team picture for the win. Again, make sure you check out GGUSD Athletics. But again, spread the word. I know a lot of these players tonight, after they're done playing, they're going to love to come back and watch this stream. But spread the word out to everyone that certainly a lot of success here for the Lobos, and you can watch this in perpetuity on YouTube. So glad to see everyone tonight, or glad to at least be here broadcasting tonight. We will see you tomorrow night for the Santiago Gabrielino game.
There we go, Dave. Thanks for joining us here. Dave joining me from the start of the game today, so glad to have him. This one well in hand, 44-12. I just want to update everyone on the stream. Earlier in the night, I asked Steven and Yvonne how many viewers they thought we were going to get. Steven, I believe you said 900, right? Yvonne said 8. I said 6. We're at 703. So not too bad. It's a good number. We've got 96 people watching right now, so we thank every single one of you for tuning in. I don't know how the Giants game ended up. I probably don't want to see. Let's go ahead and take a look. 20-15 Cowboys over Giants. It could have been worse. Cowboys just aren't that good if they can't beat the Cowboys. I mean, the Cowboys aren't that good if they can't beat the Giants by more than a touchdown. Moral victory. Other update, the Dodgers are leading the Padres 5-2, which is something we'd love to see. Send those men home. I'm going to be respectful here on this stream. Can't hear Steven. Steven, you're a baseball player. Are you an Angel or Dodger? Dodger fan. Oh, man, there we go. There we go. We're hoping, right? Crossing our fingers. There we go. And Enrique Hernandez just singled to left. Again, bottom 8th. 2 outs. Was that push-ups that they did, Steven? 44 push-ups? 44 leg kicks. Okay, yeah. Push-ups. Yeah. Okay, yeah. A flag on the play here. Again, thanks to Yvonne, who took a breather after halftime, and Vincent came back after going to the college fair, tagged in, and Steven, of course, for running graphics here all night. First time doing it. Did a better job than I would have done if I was running it. It would have been first down Lobos on this drive if I if I was still trying to do things here. Fist bump, that's the first one. I don't know what that penalty is, but it was declined. Enrique Hernandez reached second on a wild pitch. The Dodgers should just add 5 more runs in this inning. Why not? First down for the Lancers. 5 minutes and 17 seconds left to go. When the Lobos have the ball, that clock just melts away. When Western Christian has it, it goes by a little bit slower. Oh, receiver fell right off the line there. Brings up second down. Incomplete pass. Again, clock stops. Western Christian, you know, you can just practice your run game if you'd like. Just run the clock. Let's go ahead and get on home. It's a Thursday night. These athletes have school tomorrow. I've got to go to work. I'm ready to go home and eat. I also want to give a special thank you to Dan Albano for taking some time out to join us here at halftime. That's a home run. Andy Pages. Pages. My bad, dude. Pages. Bajes. We'll mix it, dude. You want it? We'll mix it. We'll meet in the middle. Anyway, Dodgers 7, Padres 2. Good night all around here. There we go. This clock now running, which is what we like to see. Oh, don't do that late push, man. Ah. My dad said that was a bomb that he hit out. Love to see it. Again, Dave mentioned those unsportsmanlike penalties. They do stack up. You know, late in this game, the other team down by a little bit. At this point, they see like they have nothing to lose. If they try to get you off your game, you're up 44-12. You just kind of, you have to let things go. You got to be smart about it. You have a game, the meaningful games start next week, and you don't want to have to miss it. Clock running, though. Looks like they do have a running clock here, so it's good news. Pass incomplete. But again, they got running clock. 2 minutes and 59 seconds left to go. Actually, wait a minute. You can hear the whistles blowing there. They did stop the clock. May have been I'm not sure why. All of a sudden it stopped there. Second down here for the Lancers. 44-12. They trail the Lobos here. Just a few minutes left to go, and we can all head home. Pitch to the left side. I like that play. Oh, but he fell. The Turf Monster got him. Brings up third down. Turf Monster undefeated here. Here we go, clock running now, approaching 2 minutes. Again, tomorrow we've got Santiago hosting Gabrielino here. Must have been Daniel Jones. Dang, man, had to mention Daniel Jones on that one. Doolittle rolls out to his right, looks to pass, lets that one go. That's going to be complete. They're going to say he caught it. That's number 4, Jonah Valdivia. Clock still running. Under 2 minutes left to go here at Monsoor Stadium. Always a great backdrop for a football game. We're glad we were able to get this game broadcast after the first game, and that's the reason why we're doing back-to-back. Los Amigos Santiago this week was because that first game that we broadcast here, a little bit of under-the-hood settings here in our broadcasting software was mixed up, but glad to be able to bring you the action here. Almost flawless. Oh, they got the Lobos on that one again. Flag on the play. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty. And Maybe a first down for Western Christian. Doolittle throwing that to the right side, incomplete. Brings up second down. Clock stop, minute and 8 seconds left to go here. Dodgers still at bat here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 2 men on after a home run. Doolittle rolls out to his left, looks to throw, lets that one go. That's going to be complete, but almost immediately taken down as that brings up third down. Clock still running now, under a minute left to go. As we take another look at that play here. Doolittle doing a good job, but just beautifully read there. Another hard hit. Lobos, some nice hard hits here tonight. Doolittle drops back to pass again. Eludes the rush. He might have been a pass line intercepted. The 30. 25 still on his feet and taken down. And that's going to do it. So Lobos getting the ball back. 19 seconds left to go here. Look for a kneel down. Again, we thank you for tuning in. We appreciate everyone. So all 726 views that we got tonight, we appreciate it. Remember, you can watch this, you can share it, let everyone know. Let everyone know we've got some football tomorrow. Next week, we've got Bolsa La Quinta. The following week, we've got Rancho and Los Amigos. I'm calling that one the game of the year. It's going to be my favorite game to cover. Hopefully both teams head into that week undefeated. And we'll have a barn burner, a classic on our hands. Looks like there might have been a flag on the play or something, but I get really doesn't matter at this point. I think all of us are ready to go home. Who's ready to go home? Raise your hand if you're ready to go home. Right. Hands are raised in the booth here. Hands are raised in the booth. This is just a little bit of agony here. Good news is after this, it's going to be over. Unless Western Christian passes the ball. Don't pass the ball. Just run. Just run. Doolittle drops back to pass. Lets that one go to the end zone. Incomplete. That stops the clock at 12 seconds left. Second down for Western Christian from the Los Amigos 16-yard line. Los Amigos, after hopefully this play, will go on to win 44-12. I know Western Christian does not want to leave anything on the field here. They're going to want to try and get this touchdown. Goes to the end zone again. Looks like the same play. Incomplete. No flags. You gotta love the friendly clock management here. 5 seconds left to go here. Thank you for letting a few run off. I just hope it doesn't stop at like .2 after this next play. Here we go, third down. Western Christian with the ball at the Lobos 16, 17-yard line. Doolittle drops back to pass, goes to the right this time. That one's up in the air, incomplete. Thank you for not stopping that clock. And this game is finally over. Los Amigos is going to take home the victory and improve their record to 5-0, 44-12. Special thank you to Vincent for helping me set up and coming in and run some camera, for Yvonne for running the camera for the first half and to end the game here, and for Steven for being fantastic on the graphics all night. For David Mora, for Dave Mameli, we thank you for tuning in. This has been Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School Football.